Morning, everyone. Alright, I think I went live on the correct stream, and I think it's working. Yeah, I can hear vague sounds on my own stream. Probably shouldn't listen to too much of that. We're actually gonna sit here in talking mode for maybe like 4 or 5 minutes while my phone charges up a little bit more. I forgot to charge it last night and it died. So what? What happened? What's wrong? With the right microphone? Yeah, I just said that, Knick-Knack. Yeah, I have chatting screen up because I fell asleep last night without putting my phone on charge, and I literally woke up 10 minutes ago. So it was at 0%, so I'm waiting till my phone gets to like 14-15% before I plug it into the capture card. So we are still doing Se.Ra.Ph today. We're still doing those things. It's just I need a minute for my phone to charge. Okay, that might be because we were recently recording at my place. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that should be better. Let me know if it is. I technically the stream went live on time, Knick-Knack. My phone just needs a little bit of a grace period. I just need it to not die the minute I open FGO. I got these new chargers and they charge super fast. So I put my phone on charge like at like 8:50, right? It's already at 16%. So let me get all plugged in. Maybe it'll continue charging like this if I use this particular charger on the thingy. Okay. Because now I gotta do the funky stuff on my end to get this working before I swap you guys over. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can't fix that. Something went wrong with my settings. I noticed when I was turning the stream on. But it's on normal latency. Yeah, for some reason my auto start and auto stop were also disabled, and like, you know, normally I keep us on low latency, but nope, something happened today. Okay, I think I can up the volume a bit more. I just need to wait. Hang on, easier way to do this. I'm probably Okay. So I should be coming in a fair bit more now. I've adjusted my muting. Okay. All right. And I do now have the ability to switch us over to game capture. Oh. I'll have to double check the two other streams I set up last night to make sure they're set for auto start and low latency, because now I'm wondering if something happened to all of my streams. Okay. Pick up today's login bonuses. Sitting, not, okay. I don't know where to go to find Se.Ra.Ph, guys. So, if somebody could let me know where to find Se.Ra.Ph in the game. Because I don't remember. coffee done 2 minutes before stream, that counts as on time. I know it's not in this normal list. That's why I'm asking, because it's somewhere else, but I don't know where else it is. Whether it's in the main interlude or the Chaldea Gate. Oof, 1 day left on the Wangina event. Characters in main interlude. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's right there. I assume that Christmas story is the one that we're planning to have me play by Christmas. Or, you know, close to Christmas. Oh, okay. Alright, now, I'm obviously just gonna let that sit on screen for a second because, you know. Now, the point today is not to read the chapter. I know Nick Nack mentioned that, but he's read Se.Ra.Ph recently on stream. And I need to move on to Shimosa in October to keep on track. So between this week and next week, I'm hoping to basically just play through all of Se.Ra.Ph. So what I'm gonna do is today I'll be skipping all of the dialogue bits, same as Agartha. But I suppose if I see enough support if I see enough people complaining in the Discord or in comments or something, then maybe I might come back like this weekend or sometime relatively soon for like an extra stream and just read out all the content. But that's only if I see enough people interested, because we are going to be doing it as an off the shelf after we do Agartha, and both of those should be coming out pretty quickly, like within the month of October. I don't think we'll get either of them out obviously won't get either of them out this month, but they'll be coming out in October because Shinjuku comes out tomorrow, as an off the shelf. So, fair warning. That's my plan for today, and that's my opinion on reading it, because I know Nick Nack read it relatively recently on stream, so you guys don't necessarily need to see it read again unless you want to see live reactions. And if you really want to see that, express your interest in the Discord, and tell other people too, as well. But for now, no cutscenes! Oh my god. It was so cute for a second, all pink and... Ooh, value CCC. Oh, you know what? Let me post to the Discord that I'm live now with a link to the stream. Some people don't get the YouTube notifications, and I forgot to do that because I was on a short time. There we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we've been... Oh my god, how many acts are in this thing? Why are there so many nodes? Only the select... Ew. 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 I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like these kind of fights, events, quests, things. I don't like that. I remember having to do them in the Danzo and Kotaro event. It was like Danzo and Kotaro and the three magical girls, and I did not like it then either. Okay, so we have BB. Okay, increase attack. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh, you know why I hate these? Because I can't, there's no way for me to, like, make this work so you get, like, I take down 2 enemies in one go. This is awful. I just have to sit there and get hit. Oof. Yeah, I can see how that would be dark. I mean, that's something you could also, you know, beg Knick-Knack to organize if you wanted me to read the manga adaptation of this after playing the game. But that's you must petition to the Knick-Knack who has access to all of these things. Okay, do this once, and then I need to wait a turn. Which is fine. Okay. Ugh. Hate that. Okay, there's trigger NP strength up. Ugh. Hi, Melt. I want this version of Melt too. Goodness. I want every version of Melt. The Knick-Knack has spoken. Okay, why are we doing, like, no damage here and taking all of the damage? Like, do I have to win this? Because if I have to win this, we're fucked. Like, I don't have a way to win this, per se. Yeah, we're on resist. Are we... Yeah, this feels weird. First pip into a break bar servant that I'm resist against. But even if I have to break the break bar, that's not happening. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So I assume I either had to go a certain amount of turns, or it was just until I completed a specific thing. Okay. It's annoying. It's fine, but it's annoying. I don't like it when stuff like that is the condition. I'm not a huge fan. Is Se.Ra.Ph loosely based on sequential following related to CCC? Well, I have to assume it is because it literally said singularity type CCC. And it's fucking Melt, and I'm assuming I'm gonna get, like, access to the Sakura 5 as we go on. So, you know. Morning, Andrea! Aww. I hope you have a good day, too. So far, my day is shaping up great. Mostly because I got my coffee before stream. Okay. Alright. I figured it was something. Because there's, like, no real reason for them to push it so hard unless it's, like, an active collaboration with the game. I watched you play like half of CCC. I joined in on a lot of those streams. At this point, I might as well have played CCC myself. Should have waited a turn on that, but that's fine. Yeah, Meltrilus is fantastic. I just love her so much. She's definitely my favorite of the Sakura 5. Yeah. But then again, I feel like that's not super surprising given how much I love her, like, just in general. You need to... Oh, yeah. CCC looks frustrating and yet interesting. Like, it looks like the kind of game that, like, in my head, I'm like, ooh, that looks interesting. But then I watch Knick-Knack play it, and I'm like, I can sense the energy that is being projected. And I do not like this energy. Like, I am not a fan. Maybe I will read it on stream. No, I'm tempted. I'm, like, low-key interested enough. Hey, it's Big Nightman. That's fair. I feel like I do feel like though that then I'd probably get more enjoyment out of it if I had even more knowledge of CCC, and I feel a little bit bad on that account because I definitely don't have the most knowledge of CCC. They're penguins, Jens. Penguins. Yes, I am a melt enjoyer. If I could afford a melt figure, I would get one. I don't think she's had an Nendroid done. Bob-on she has. But I don't think... I want to say I might have seen a Barghest one. I don't know if Meltrillis has had one. But I know that most of her normal figures are really, really expensive. Ooh. Gwen Summer has, like... Yeah, sorry, not Gwen. Gwen in general is kind of a baddie. It's that little waist. It's that little waist. Oh. I'm gonna be honest, I've forgotten which one Violet is in comparison, because I'm a terrible person. I remember Kajura Drop, Melt, Passion Lip, and King Protea. So, maybe is perhaps Violet is the one that I don't remember of the 5. I only remember 4 of them by name and by look. Because Kajura Drop is the little fairy, King Protea is Big Boy, Passion Lip is... And this is Melt! Penguins! You know, that's fair. We're gonna do... Okay. Might as well get QAB bonuses. Oh, I should have put a indestructible on her. That's my bad. I should have done that. Oh, buddy, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I also should have reactivated her skills. And I didn't, because I'm an idiot. I do have Summer Melt, and that makes me very happy. Someday I will have both melts, and that will make me even happier. That is a hashtag goal. It is not my only goal. There are plenty of servants I want, but someday I will have both melts. And it will be adorable. See, it's that little waist ratio. Okay. Yeah, that would explain why I probably don't remember them as much about them. Even Kajura Drop, I feel like I would forget that one if we hadn't had an update targeted specifically to that, because she got added to FGO after we did the video for her. Oh, now I get to choose anyone? What the fuck does that question mark mean? What am I facing in this chapter? I will let you guys tell me what we are facing in this chapter in just a second. I'm gonna really quickly I just realized I left the coffee maker on, and it will keep burning. Okay. Alright. I don't know if I ever in the penguin fit with glasses. If that's a costume, I probably don't have the costume. Right now I think I've got her in 3rd Ascension, because that's what I'm still working on ascending her, I want to say. I might have just gotten her to, Final Ascension. Oh, interesting. Psychological issues does not help me with what that question mark means, chat. Like, do I grab a fucking Draco? Do I grab a BB? Do I get a Nita Chris Alter? Do I get this Himiko that's very tempting because I never get to use Himiko ever? But Himiko's a ruler, and I don't want to grab a ruler if I'm fighting an Avenger. I feel like I'm probably fighting a Moon Cancer, but I don't know. Like, I would assume that I'm either fighting Meltrillis or BB. But well, with the way that CCC works, in theory, I'm fighting Meltrillis, because don't you fight the... See, Morgie is nice and all, but it's been a really long time since I used a Himiko. To be honest, I use Morgan all the time. Like, constantly. Morgan's like one of my go-to, like, heavy hitters that works really well for me. Morgan, Ibuki, Arjuna. Okay, if you can promise it's not an Avenger, I'm gonna take Himiko. Just because I never get to use Himiko. And I'm still sad I didn't get her for New Year's last year. Ah, BB! Morgan is lovely, but I use Morgan enough for, like, grinding and stuff. Same thing with, Zerkjuna. And Ibuki. Alright. Oh, I don't remember what she does. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. That's nice. Andrea, I'm an enjoyer of a lot of characters in this game. So many. That's why I never have enough Saint Chords at one time for pity, because I just keep rolling on things I like. Let's see. Okay, but what's the... Okay, so it's one turn, one turn. So I'm gonna wait on that. I feel like that one would be maybe better to use like right before I know I'm gonna be able to drop an NP, or right as I'm dropping an NP. Ah, fucking casters. It's fine. Poor Koyan. You really do get like, I've got like this. I love Koyan, but like my perception of her is that she's like not super great in fights, and that's mostly because I swear to God, the only time that I ever like think about her is just happens to be when she's on resist to whatever the class type is. I have incredibly bad luck with that, and I feel so bad sometimes. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but it's all I remember. Okay, because he's, yeah. Oh, he's pretty decent. I should have activated my evade. I'll do that now. Get that evade up. It really is, Andrea. It truly, really is. I want to say that for... It is a special kind of hell when I'm like, ooh, look at the rest of the year. There's a Iskander Zhuge banner, and I really, really want Zhuge. And Zhuge honestly would be great for my account. But then there's also a Qin Shi Huang and Sigurd banner coming up at the beginning of October. And ooh, I really want a Qin Shi Huang because I wanted him back at like, you know, Destiny Order and stuff. And then ooh, at the end of the year, there's a Skahak Skadi and Ashvathama banner, and I really want Ashvathama and Skahak Skadi. Because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I mean, Koyan is my main support. Like, I do... What the fu- Oh, he had an effect. Okay, I see. Koyan is my main support, and I love her for it. I just wish that, like... I wish she hit a little harder, but that's maybe because I'm very used to, like... I don't know, even... I know that this is not an accurate comparison, but let's compare this to Baldur's Gate real quick, right? Because, like, in Baldur's Gate, even, like, my supports in my team can still hit like a truck. And I specifically designed my party that way in Baldur's Gate. Oh, damn. It's okay. I think we're about to get Ruler Melusine? I think that's who's next up in my lineup. No, it's my Estrella. Ooh, 2 rulers for this. This is gonna be wild. It truly is a never-ending hell. That is not an inaccurate description of what is happening in this game. Alright, Robin. I'm sorry, but it's your time to go. Pasca, not Lanta. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. Oh, 2 break bars. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Ugh. Gross. Okay, well, first things first. We'll drop some shit on top of her. Yeah. I mean, BB's a moon cancer, right? So this can only be good for me to have 2 rulers out in my team right now. Especially 2 rulers who are both fully leveled and 10-10-10 on skills. This can only be a benefit. I say, hesitantly. Yes, okay. It is only a benefit. Yeah, fuck off. Just gonna... Because I got a feeling Koyan's gonna be going away for a little bit. There's a 50-50 chance that what pops out when Koyan goes away is another ruler. It might be Ruler Melusine. It would be really funny if the next person in my backline is Ruler Melusine. Oh my god, can you imagine? That would actually be so funny. And there is a possibility. Like, that is possible right now. I can't remember what my backline looks like. Get fucked. Is it? It is! Oh no! It's the weirdest fucking team! This is the weirdest fucking team! Oh my god! Jesus. Yeah, well, up all your gatherings, up your gains. Okay, break bar going through, and then I will have an NP to drop. Oh, God. Oh! I will not be dropping an NP. It is really funny that we ended up with 3 female rulers facing BB. That is a little bit hilarious. That's just how the cookie crumbled. Let's be real here, because I forgot that Estrella was first in my lineup. Oh, KP. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's a hell of a nurse's outfit. Belongs directly at oh, I just noticed we're on top of fucking BB. Okay. Lovely. Okay, caster and archer. You're recommending rider. That's fine. I could use a rider. I'm gonna use someone's Ushi Wakamaru. Because I haven't used an Ushi in a while. Well, at least not a regular Ushi. I used plenty Tyras. Alright. I really gotta get my nails taken off. They're starting to chip and dim. It's also starting to make it hard to use my computer because they've grown out enough that they're, like, just too long. Oh! So is that fully by luck? Can I get, like, a different pull on the stupid thing? Because that's some bullshit. I don't like that. I don't like that. It is good to know that BB is single target. At least that version. Isn't Summer BB also single target? I used her a few times against Avenger of Shinjuku, and because you're only fighting one person there, I didn't know if she was single target or not. There we go. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so these are specifically set. Alright, that's fine then. I was gonna say, if that was just my luck to get that, that's bullshit. But, okay. If it just happens to be luck, we're fine. I thought Summer BB might have been AoE. Nice that they gave you a BB who is single target and a BB who is AoE when they're both still moon cancers. Yeah. That's nice. Ushi in her third ascension just looks... I think this is her third ascension. Is honestly her best look, in my opinion. Like, she just looks fantastic. Yeah. That's what I thought. I can't see them putting BB into any other class, you know? It just doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna be honest, like, these are the type of fights that made grinding out the free quest really annoying, because, like, I don't have any doubt that I'm going to win here, to be honest. It's just annoying to have to, like, pound away at it because I don't have, like, a good 3-turn setup, and that's my own fault, you know? Like, there are plenty of things I could have rolled on over the last, like, year or 2 years that would have given me a better chance at, like, a decent 3-turn setup, but I never did, so... Oh! Oh, that's so unfortunate, Nick Nat, because this looks fantastic. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. We must all feel incredibly bad for Nick Nack right now, because that is actually very unfortunate, because I think she looks fantastic in this outfit. It is my, like, favorite outfit that she wears. Oh, nice. That is a good goal. That is a good goal. I think at this point, just because of scheduling, it'll have to be early October, and I feel really bad about that because it was supposed to be this month. And I'm not gonna keep pushing it past October. I promise y'all that. But I keep meaning to do a stream where we go over a bunch of the servants that I've already done, and then like kind of talk about like who I like the most and who I would really, really want to get, and then stuff like that. Because I've kind of forgotten, like, not forgotten, right? Like, I know what servants we've done, sort of, in, like, an abstract way, but I've kind of forgotten a lot of them that don't often come up, right? Or, like, I've forgotten exactly what all their ascensions look like, and I've forgotten, like, all the details of them, etc. And I feel kind of bad about that, so I need to go over that again. And I will probably make like a tier list or two, separate them, maybe do some like separate them by classes, and then, you know, which of each class do I really want or could use, as opposed to the ones that I just want, because sometimes you just want a servant. Like, for example, this winter, I said Ashvathama's coming on Raid Up. He's on Raid Up, I think, with Skahak Skadi, right? And in theory, Skahak Skadi is who I probably should roll for. Like, she might be good for me. But I really want Ashvathama, the 4-star. And I don't know if Ashvathama would work real great for me, to be honest. I don't necessarily think he'd be any better than, like, another servant that I could put in his same position. But I really like Ashvathama, so... you know, I want him. Unlike Ozzy, which would have been a nice addition to my account, and will be someday when I get him. Because I will get him. Ooh, yay. Good thing we're still this month. I can get these stupid gunpowders for Koyan, because she needs them. She eats them, y'all. She eats them. With a veracity only matched by me eating poke. Exactly! Exactly! That is my opinion on it, Andrea. Get your waifus and husbandos and get the people you like the most, and then make it work after that. Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad sometimes because somebody will be like, I thought you really liked this servant. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I did. I just haven't talked about them in like 8 months. And so I forgot that I loved them. So yeah. Ugh, it's such a nice outfit. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, you're right, Caesar. A Buster Archer wouldn't be terrible for me. Because right now I've really only got like a couple of archers that I actively use. Alright. Ooh, Lancers. We love a good Lancer node. Is there you know what? Oh, if that Percival had higher skills. I will use this Brunhild, because I don't get... I need to go back to using servants. I don't get to use that often anymore while I can. Yeah. Hi, Zara Herrera. You missed me... describing how I remember the different members of the Sakura 5, and apparently I only remember 4 of them. and me lamenting over the servants that I have semi-forgotten. Yeah. See, but Dakota Doyle, I like Super Orion. I do. I think he's great mechanically, but he's just not a character that I really want to roll for is the problem. That's kind of how it is, you know? Where I'm just like, damn, I understand his utility, but not my thing. Not my thing. Oh, well, that was the wrong skill to use on him. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, let's increase your gauge. And up your C-star. That's fine. We're just gonna drop your NP first turn anyways. Green. Give me a QAB. But yeah, basically, we've just been talking about Se.Ra.Ph and other stuff. I will get to that ranking and remembering stream in October. Early October is my goal. I'll probably, you know, it'd probably be smart. I need to go over my schedule like right after this stream, and then I'll pick a day and schedule it like in advance. That way I don't have to worry about it. Once it's on my schedule, it's locked in. Yeah. Plus, I can just borrow an Orion, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I really need to use an Orion for something, there's always somebody with Super Orion with, like, skills rated up and stuff. I'd much rather have an Ajvathama archer on my own team. Mostly because it's also, I don't see as many Ajvathamas on the friend support list. Like, there's always a ton of Super Orions, and, like, there's some archers that I see, like, every single time I go look in the support list for an archer. And that's fine. But, you know, if I can use them that easily, and I can use them just fine using someone's borrowed one. Seems fine to me. Yeah, just in general. See, that's dangerous though. I can't fully go for it. I refuse to spend money. I will have free husbandos and waifus or nothing. I do really like Brunhilde. Someday it would be the goal to have Sigurd, Siegfried, Brunhilde, and Kriemhild. That's like a far off someday goal. I know I could have gotten Kriemhild on the ticket, but I wanted Estrella. And I love my Estrella. Yeah. I figured it out pretty quickly, Zero Herrera, and that's fine. It's actually incredibly useful. Like, I'm super grateful that everybody puts up their, like, high-level meta servants, because I don't have a lot of those servants. And it's actually really nice to have access to that stuff. What the fuck? Am I facing BB again? Are we facing BB again? Is this a BB? But yeah, I'd like to have all four of them, because I really like all four of them as servants. I think I have one right now. I have Siegfried or Sigurd. Yeah, I've got the one that's not special. I feel bad saying that, but it's true. I have the one that's not special. Lip? Is that who I'm facing? Do we know what class they are? Do we know what class I'm facing? Am I... Oh, interesting. Sometimes going down the, like, extra tab is just very interesting. Nice, Zero Herrera. What did he spook you on? Like, what else were you rolling for? That you got him? I could ask him. Oh, are you saying she is an alter ego? Oh. Well, let's grab a... I don't know if I can grab Pretender because I forget what I forget what the symbol is for pretender. Goodness. Okay, well, I think if that's the case, let's just maybe grab Nitocris Altar and see how it goes. I can always replay the fight. It's fine. I'll start the fight, and then if I need to replay it, I can replay it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Especially since I forgot to have you guys on the correct latency. I feel bad about that. I don't think I can change that is the problem. Not while I'm oh, it's slip. Yep. Oh, goodness. As she is an alter ego, so yeah. A pretender would have been good. I've forgotten what the pretender symbol looks like, though, is the problem. Yeah. So. Ooh, 3 copies of Creamhild is nice. Oh, Jesus. There's 2 break bars here. I'm probably definitely going to have to replay this and actually go get a pretender. I've just forgotten what pretenders look like, so I'm sure I can sort it. Jesus. Oh, is Oberon a pretender? Fuck, man, I never use Oberon, so I didn't even remember. I don't use Oberon, though, because I feel like I don't actually know how to use him, and like, not that I know how to use a lot of the servants that I borrow, but I feel like I'm sure that there's some way that, like, he can be used that's, like, incredibly good, and I'm just not capable of doing that. And I feel a little bad. Yeah, that's a really large break bar. I can't imagine that they want me to take it out entirely. Like, that's disgusting. Oh, she's also healing every fucking turn. Stop it. Stop it. Ow. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. You had the same thing happen to you that happened to me with Nito and Ozzy. I'm sure I will love my summer Nito. Once I find a time to use her. Oh, yeah, see, Hephaestion I remembered, but I never see Hephaestion in the support lists, I swear to God. And I don't know why. But okay, Lady Avalon. That one I do know. Okay. See, I feel like I mostly need pretenders as damage dealers is the thing. Because unless they can proc up my Berserker coup, it's not really super useful for me. So... well... You know, what she is at the moment mostly irrelevant. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I feel like Oberon and Tezcatlipoca I feel a little bit bad about because, like, I don't hate them by any means. And, like, I would use them, but I feel like I'm not ever using them the way that they should be used, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm always just not doing what needs to be done with them. Because I've used Tez, like, a few times in grinding when he comes up as, like, the most, like, there's, like, 15 of him in the support list. I'm like, oh, he must be good for this. And then I'm like, I mean, I won! But, like, did this really work? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if I'm actually charging. I am! Amazing. These new charging cords are fucking fantastic. It's either that or I'm just so used to shitty old charging cords that barely work that I'm getting myself like a nice little treat by getting them. God, Passion Lep. Jesus. That character design. Oh. Who, Tez or Oberon? Okay. Okay, so now... Interesting. So I got... Okay. Okay. Alright. So I am going to have to go back and play these, aren't I? The ones that are popping back up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for arts I really only have the Zhufu team. And while my Zhufu is doing great, like when we need to... Oh. Well. Okay. I feel like I should go do this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. Yeah, see, I pull up archers, and then it's just like, Super Orion's always up, Tristan's there, Gilgamesh is always there, I always see a Babanshi. So for some reason, I always see Zenobia there. I didn't realize Zenobia was like that decent of a servant. Because I feel like I remember doing her, and she wasn't that pop. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. There's my boy. We're gonna use my boy. We're gonna use my boy! Is this smart? I do not care. We're gonna use my boy! Okay. Okay. That's okay. Oh, it's him. This, yeah, okay, so Siegfried is the one that I have, Sigurd is the one that I don't. That's what I thought. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, I was unaware of that. I just know that I always saw her like on the friend list, and I was like, Zenobia. I feel like when Nick Nack and I covered Zenobia, she wasn't like that special. But what do I know? Which is nothing. Yeah. Whoa. I love Hot Wheels Man. I really appreciate that y'all know him as Hot Wheels guy, because Nick Nack calls him Ass Man whenever he comes up. He just calls him Ass Man. And while I don't disagree that that is a somewhat accurate description of him, it is... I don't know. Maybe someday I will know about Kali, but that day is not this day. Oh, my little Hot Wheels man. No. It's a really hard name to spell. I think in the 3 times that I've typed his name into the Discord in the last like week and a half, I've spelled it a different way every single time, and not once was it correct. But like, I also don't call him Ass Man, because that feels like going a bit too far. Yeah. Okay, we get to drop an NP now. Oh, and we can 3-turn. Oh, I should have activated invincibility. That's my bad for 1 turn. That would have been smart. I'm not that smart. It's a... Oh, yes. That's right! You go, Ass Man! Because he's going to drop an NP, and he's probably going to take out at least 1 servant. That's so valid. Yeah. Oh, it's an AoE. Ooh! Good fucking god. Okay. my brother in Christ, and 2 rulers. I really got. I know. I have both of them in there because I'm trying to get Bond up, but like, that's an interesting set of servants to just come in immediately after, you know. Like, I think having Estrella and Melusine as the first 2 supports in my backline are probably not the best option and usage of them. Hi, Frost! Yeah, skills are just something that I will learn, and I do get better at. Like, I have gotten actively better. Okay, so I didn't need the rulers. That's good. That's fair. Rulers resist a lot of things. I think Koyan's the closest servant I have to Bond 10. And that's why I've not taken her out of my team, like, at all, unless I absolutely have to. Because at this point, I just would like to get her to Bond 10. Oh, man, another one of those. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. And that's the only one that's popped up there, yeah. And then this can't happen until I get the gate key. I'm assuming that I have to go get the gate key from somewhere. Or maybe I'm just not gonna get the gate key? I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out. Okay. Upping me on Saber. See, I'm gonna be honest. My normal go-to would be an Ibuki Doji, but I actually see a Sigurd here, and I haven't gotten to use a Sigurd in a while. And we did just get to use a Brunhilde, so let's go ahead and use a Sigurd. Mostly because he's on raid up with Qin Wang soon, and Loki, I kind of want to roll on that banner. Oh, okay, event shop. All right, so I'll have to go find that. All right, because I do need to go do that. I can see how this was like an event story. Makes sense. Ugh. No, absolutely the fuck not. Oh, somebody's popped something in the. Yeah, I can see why YouTube would block that. Oh my god. That's great. Oh. Oh no. Now I've got to be careful not to use that name. Oh. Oh yeah. See that's what I was worried about with Santa Karna, man. I really thought I was gonna be fucked and have to wait for him to come up in the shop. To be honest, when I started playing that event, and that was rerun for you guys, I think, because it was first time for me, but it must have been rerun for you guys. I was really concerned that I was gonna. Oh, wrong order. That's okay. At least they're allowing reruns at this point for like some events. That's like at least somewhat good. Oh look, that's not Vladdy, that's Vladpa. Like Grandpa Vlad. Vladdy's the other Vlad. This is Grandpa Vlad. There's a difference here. Yes, it's in the Discord. It did make me cackle. It's much worse than Ass Man. Oh, get fucked. I see that sure target. So what is your What do you have up? Okay, increase debuff resist. Okay, set target to yourself. There's only one person on the field. Get fucked. God, you're an idiot. Okay. Oh. Yeah, Vladdy's much better. Vladdy is someone I would roll on. I think I put Vladdy on my he was on my list of potential candidates for the Destiny Order. I don't think he made it to my Destiny Order candidates because he's Vladdy's a berserker, I think. And I think I put berserker Ibuki Doji down. But yeah, he's definitely there. I'm gonna do this so he procs his first skill again faster. Yeah. Increase your attack value. Yeah. I'm happy that Lilim Harlot got a rerun, because I think that was the rerun I played to get Setanta, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, I'm all for that because I needed that. I needed my Setanta. It was really funny, too, because I was trying so hard to get Setanta, and everyone else was trying really, really hard to get Draco and Tiamama. I was like, nope, I like them, but not my goal. And I can only do one thing at a time. Yeah. Oh, okay, rerun is next spring. Yeah, okay, so then, Lilim Harlot rerun, I probably will try to maybe get Draco. I don't know. I'm willing to, like, I do want to try to clear the shop, though, because I didn't get to work on shop shit at all when I was doing it for Setanta. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the Chaldea Summer Adventure event is. Who knows? Setanta is, in fact, my child. Someday I will have an all-Ku team. Someday. Someday. Just to proc you, because I see his charges up. I see that he's going to drop something directly after me, and I do not want that thing to be dropped on him. Oh, yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. I'm going to go all in on Sigurd's. For the life of me, I struggle so much between which one is Siegfried and which one is Sigurd. It's the same problem that I have with Beowulf and Bloodaxe, right? Is like I genuinely struggle sometimes to remember which one is which, like in my head. Like I know that they're different servants and different people. Like Kriemhild and Brunhilde got those down. Like I know which one is which. But like, oh my god, for some reason Sigurd and Siegfried for me are just fucked in my head. Same as Beowulf and Bloodaxe. Oh, yeah. Don't you hoo me. Bye, Gramps. Well, Grandpa Vlad. I need a better abbreviation for that. I really do. Okay. See, I don't have a problem with Kriemhild and Brunhild. Maybe because Kriemhild and Brunhild have such very different aesthetics. Because, like, in my head, it's very easy that Kriemhild is goth and Brunhild is, like, blues and purples and whites, right? Like, it's two very different aesthetics in my mind. And so it's very easy for me to tell them apart. But for some reason, Siegfried and Sigurd, I can see them both in my head, but I mix up which name goes with which character. And they're not even that similar. It's just me being dumb. Okay, so I see another gate key got added. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we've got... Okay, so alright. I need to go get those keys, is what I need to do. Alright. Okay. Oh, there's the gate keys. Oh, I gotta pay QP for... What? No. No. I'm so confused here. Do I get them from somewhere else? Is that it? Do I need to go to a different shop, maybe? Like, in here? Give myself... I'm gonna wait for some... Oh my... Yeah, I was gonna say there's not enough, there's not enough of those pink things. Okay. Okay. I don't want to waste that much QP. Okay. But there wasn't enough, right? That's... The math just isn't adding up, because that's like 200. And this says there's only like 77 in stock. So like... I'm confused. Oh, they're okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Wait, do I have to do these high difficulty? Because I don't know. Okay. All right. The biggest lap. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Bundles of 100. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I don't have to do those. Alright, then... Yeah, I gotta go... Yeah, I gotta exchange and buy the keys then. Alright. God. I mean, look. I have enough. It just hurts me inside to have to do it, you know? Okay, I see. I see. That gets me both keys, so I can do both sets. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine by me. Alright. Okay. Assassins. I hate nodes that ask for assassins. I genuinely do. It is the bane of my existence. I fucking hate them. In fact, no. No. We're just gonna Zerker it. We're just gonna Zerker it. I'm not dealing with that. I use my QP. I use it for skills. I've been working on skills. I have. I hate assassin ups. Yeah, I figured 77 was so specific that I'd need all of them. Yeah. Well, that's fine by me. Oh, God. Did you not... Hold on. My coffee cup isn't... Oh, yeah, it wasn't tightened fully. Okay. Coffee. Coffee spill. No. No. Okay. Not on my white shirt. Anywhere else. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's just buff ourselves, buff us up, and have a go at Georgios here. Who doesn't look super strong, so I'm thinking I do actually need to defeat him. That looks logical given that level of a break bar. Because it's not humongous. Gramps betrayed me, so I never use him anymore unless I have to. I used Kama so many times when I was grinding that I just don't want to use Kama anymore for like a month. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want her anywhere near me for like a month. I love Kama, but no. Summer Valkyries I don't see enough on the servant supports. They're usually much further down the list, so I don't always catch them. But I do like to use them. And I like the variety of being able to use different ones depending. Teska, I just feel bad because I feel like I'm never using him correctly. I don't have the right setup for him. And so I feel like I'm not actually getting value out of using him. And I do feel bad for that because if I'm going to use a servant, I might as well get value out of them. I would really like it if you didn't kill my Ibuki. I need that. I need that to beat you. I really need that to beat you. So please, stop it. Take that debuff off. Get fucked. What are these skills? Oh. Oh, that would be nice. I reproc that stuff after taking the debuff off. And then you can go invincible for one turn. Yeah. Because I don't know what he's gonna target, and I don't wanna loot. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Look, which ones are her? I hate them. Gramps betrayed me once in story, and I will, like, nowadays I'm just like, nope, he betrayed me. What was that sure hit kill that I never got once? Every single time I rolled wrong? No. Betrayal. Betrayal! That's what that was. Betrayal! Alright. Please hit someone besides Ibuki. I love that I'm just like, hit anyone but Ibuki. She has an end. No! I hate you, Georgios. I hate you! I hate you, Georgios. You're awful. Okay. I need to fix my CE setup as well because I should have better CEs on these and I don't. I think they're still hit to whatever the last servant was in their place in my lineup, which is obviously my problem. Like, I fucked up. Now, proc it on yourself and hope you live. At least you'll get to drop an NP. Draco's so cute. She really is. I do like using her sometimes. It does feel like overkill, but like sometimes you need overkill, you know? Overkill is the way sometimes. Oh good, it got him a charge loss, so he's not gonna drop an NP right now. I feel bad. I really wanted to get Melusine's skills up, but I am, you know, regrettably missing assassin gems more than anything else. No, I did. When he betrayed me, I just needed him to, like, sure hit the fucking boss of the servants. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Either way, I avoid using Hassan's for that reason. Because fuck the Hassans. Yeah. If he's AoE, Koyan is gone. If he's single target, he targets someone besides Koyan. But I don't know. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't... Assassin gems are like the only thing I'm missing to finish getting Melusine's skills up to 10. Like, well, except for like the final like 3 levels where you need mats. I don't actually know what Melusine needs as mats. But I know that it's her final ones that I might not have. The rest I have. Like, I'm good for the rest. The only Hassan I will ever accept is Hassan of the Giant Spoon. I see that defense up. Get fucked, buddy. Get fucked. This is my backline, by the way. This is not a great backline team. I really need to work on this shit. Because this is a choice. Even for Bond, this is a choice. I'm surprised I've ended up somehow with, like, so many rulers. It wasn't intentional. It really wasn't. This is true, but, like, I don't know. I somehow kind of don't want to if there's an option to, like, farm them during, like, an event or a story, personally. Just because I would really like to kind of save them for when I feel like I need it's like that like hoarding thing in games where you're like, I will save this so that I have it when I need it, but then you finish the game and every single fight you've said I will save this because I'll need it more later. And I'm sure there were times when you needed it more later, but you still had to save it for if you needed it more later, and then you end up just not ever using it. I do that with some things in like Baldur's Gate, right? Like Scrolls of Resurrection. I'm like, no, I want to save this. I never want to resurrect my dudes, like, or health potions. I hardly ever use health potions in Baldur's Gate because I'm like, what if I need a bunch of health potions more later? And then I end up finishing the game with like 100 health potions in my inventory. Yeah. And I'm just like, damn. Oh, fucking guts. Get up my... Nope, not gonna finish that sentence. I hate guts on servants randomly. This is a bullshit. A bullshit. Yeah, because what, I've got like 3 of them now? That's a lot for as small as my account is, to have 3 of them. Let's be real here. This is an unprecedented amount of rulers for my account. Estrella was planned, but then, you know, we've also got Sherlock and Melusine. It's kind of why I want to roll on T.H.E Huang's banner, because I'm like, I don't know, man. Will I prove the ruler condition? Because I would really like a T.H.E Huang, you know? That would be nice. That would be lovely. I don't know if I have a setup for him, but I'd like to have him. Because I like Chin. Fuck your craft essences. Okay. There we go. Let me just... I keep clearing these because I don't like to leave them built up. Ooh, we love a no battle node. Okay. So that's the end of Act 1. Right? Like, that's what it's showing. How many acts are there is my question. Okay. There's a new gate key. That's fine. Ah, okay. Alright, I'm sure I have to do these at least, so... Alright, sabers I don't often use. You know what? I actually don't use Charlemagne that often. Well... Let's see. Yeah, that's one of those things. The multiple servants for multiple attacks. I understand that mechanic, and then I just kind of forget it occasionally. Yeah. If I were to have more FGO original servants featured in a new game, would you like the gameplay to be more like? Okay, so I've seen Nick play Samurai Remnant. I think I've seen him play Extella. Extella is the one where there were just like thousands of enemies and you were going from like node to node trying to like capture enough of them to progress. Was that Extra Record or Extella? I think that was Extella and Extella Link. Yeah. I think personally for me, thinking of the three, and I'm assuming Extra is like CCC, right? Is like 3 different versions of gameplay. I probably would prefer Fate Samurai Remnant. I think that Fate Samurai Remnant is the closest that of all the Fate games I've seen Knick-Knack play to a game that I feel like I would actually enjoy. Okay. So, I think I was correct on what I thought it looked like. So, yeah, I think for me it would be Samurai Remnant. Yeah. Because, like, the problem with the Musou game is that I would, in my mind, I would want to kill every enemy until there were no more enemies, and I don't think that's reasonable in that game. And then as for CCC or like games like CCC, I mean maybe on that. I don't think I've really played a game that's very similar to that. I mean, I think the closest game I've played similar to that is an old Nintendo DS game that I loved. So maybe I would like something like CCC. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Nice. Okay. It's not terrible. I think I'm not going to use it right yet, but... Oh, I do want to use his invincible skill first? Okay. Well, I can drop it. That's fine by me. I just wasn't sure because there was a lot to read there. I wish that there was like a bigger like pop out for the skills where I didn't have to like scroll in this weird like thing to make it work. So it locks his NP. Temporarily. I'm assuming just for the turn when he's invincible, and then it'll come back. Is what I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah, I just have concerns about the Horde. I don't think I would enjoy that very much, to be honest. I think I would not enjoy that. Fate Samurai Remnant, I don't know. Like, logically, that feels the most like games that I've played before or games that I think I like. So I feel like I would enjoy it. But I actually don't have any guarantee of that, I'm going to be honest. Like, I genuinely don't have any guarantee that that would be the case. It's sort of like a guessing game for me. As to whether or not I would really enjoy it. I think I might have used his NP at the wrong time. I was not looking at the dude's health bar. Yeah. 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 Should've fucked it. Okay. Alright, buff yourself, Estrella. We're going all in on you. As my second. I'm gonna up your NP slightly. That is our go-to for you. Okay. I do hate... I wish that, like, kind of like the the gut skills. I do wish that the break bars would reset after one servant has hit them. Fuck you! Oh my god! Jesus! Fuck off! Oh my god. Jesus. No, that was on me. That one was on me. I fucked up there. Oh. I haven't fucked up this bad on a fight in a long time. Yeah. Well. Well. Melusine Ondines is a fun NP. Nice animations. Oh my god, you really are a fucking cockroach. I mean, I love Ku. I love Ku. I promise I love Ku. I promise I love Ku. I do. Get fucked. I got a feeling I'll be replaying this battle. I really do. I think I'm replaying this battle. I don't think I'm winning this. Ugh, disgusting. Oh. All right, girls. You tank this hit. All right. Let's see who he targets. Oh. Picked the right horse to bet on. Although I did hedge my bets on 2 out of 3. Oh, okay. Fun. How do you... Okay. Question. Oh, okay. I see where the crit stars are accumulated. Never mind. I was going to ask how you track those, but I see. I see the little thing. I see it. Yeah. This man is a cockroach. This is war. Oh. Oh, bye, MASH. You served your purpose incredibly well, MASH. Like, genuinely incredibly. We will win this fight in your honor. The girls will stand up for you. Well. I am criminally knowledgeless on how to use MASH in any actual, you know, conceivable way. Because I almost never get to her other than, like, a staller. Well, you know what? We held on just long enough. Get fucked, you little cockroach of a human being. Oh my god. You and I, we are actively at war right now. We are actively at war right now. I wish my cool answer was this unkillable. Jesus! I need to up his skills. Christ. Oh my god. Oh! I got one of the 3,000 days quests done. I think I had to use the Estrella's NP a certain amount of times. Wonder what that'll give me. Jesus, that's CE. I'm assuming that was the event CE at the time. Hey. Have I really not used her NP 3 times until now? That feels not true, but okay. So is there another... Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, it's down there. That's the... Oh, I don't... yeah, I don't want to do those. I don't need to do those. Okay. Ah, Nasu, a man of taste. Nasu and I got issues with Nasu. We got problems. Mostly stemming from the fact that I have a feeling he's living in our walls. I swear to God. I'm just kind of seeing what's available. And what I can use. Oh, Frost, if only those skills were more leveled up. Same thing with that Duryodhana. I would use either of those if their skills were fully leveled right now. But I'm sure I need leveled skills in general. And I do try to look for that now. I didn't used to. I would have grabbed like one of those two in a heartbeat. Like, I don't know. Probably like 3 months ago? 3-4 months ago? Wouldn't have even hesitated. Alright. I'm gonna go up. I think I saw it. Also, I saw a Juna I'll use. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you're right. It is a berserker. Okay. Foreigners got a funky... I need to find a foreigner so I remember what they look like. Oh, look! A Qin Huang! Just when I was talking about him. What does the foreigner look like again? Oh, it's this one. Yeah? Yeah? Voyager's a foreigner? Okay, it's the little starish one. Okay, I don't think I passed any yet. Alright, let's look over here and then I'll check the other one. Oh yeah, Kukul Khan is a foreigner. Okay. Okay. I haven't used foreigners in a while, so I kind of like do and don't remember who they are. Because I so very rarely use them. Interesting. I see many Kukul Khans. The pancake wench. I have to find a pancake wench to use her. Pancakey. I saw an Abby in here earlier, but she might have disappeared. Because of the refresh. But I swear I saw an Abby earlier. But I'm also not going to search forever. If I don't see an Abby, I'll go back and grab. Maybe Van Gogh. I don't think I've really used a Van Gogh yet. And that could... Yeah. Let's go grab that Van Gogh that I saw. It's over here. There's Voyager. But no. Let's grab the Van Gogh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know Cuckoo is... Yes, I do know Yang Guifei is one because... So the foreigners I remember best are the ones that we do during Foreigner Month, which is all of our Cthulhu ones. So Yang Guifei, Hokusai, Abby, etc. It's the ones that we don't do during those times that I sometimes get a little funky on. Like I forget the Voyager is a foreigner because I'm an idiot. Well... We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Sometimes you just gotta follow your heart. Oh, Se.Ra.Ph, get to farming. Shame. Oh, Fury God Tamamokat. And what is our debuff? Crit strength. Okay. Because I have my own Berserker. Okay. So what you're saying is I need to very carefully read her skills. Okay. See. So, do I use the gut skill and then the up skill to cancel each other out and get the benefit? Is that what it's basically telling me to do? Is like put a curse on myself and then remove that curse to get all of the benefits that you get from removing that curse? Or am I reading this wrong? I assume the second skill is good to just debuff allies. Or not allies, sorry, enemies. Yeah, that I figured was fine. It just applies a shit ton of debuffs. But like, oh, okay, so it's to yourself. Alright. So the question is then, do I apply the third skill to Go or Cuchulainn? Are you not already in my friends list, Andrea? I can flip up my friend code in a minute after this fight if you want. I usually try to flip it up occasionally when people express interest because I basically keep my friends exclusively for you guys on stream. I don't really send out random friend requests or accept them very often unless I'm getting like an event bonus from it, which is why I always have friend slots these days. Oh, well, it's too late now because I already used the first skill. Oh, I read that wrong. I read 213 because I'm an idiot. Alright, well. You know what? Learning lessons. Learning fucking lessons. We are learning lessons. It's okay. So 231. I should have used 3 first. I get it now. That was... yeah. Ugh. Okay. I'll pull up on stream after this fight then, or maybe at the end of the stream. It'll be one of the two, but I'll pop my friend code up, and then if I see any, if you're not already on my friend list, send in your friend code now, or, you know, send me a friend request and I'll accept it. Because, it's, you know, it's probably not going to be anyone else at this point. I don't necessarily know if I need, like, servant guides for all the servants I like. I feel like between, like, this and Oberon and T.H.E, I feel like there are some servants that are very technical to use that, like, I just don't... It's hard to, like, know how to use them immediately, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I can see that already. It's just, I was very confused as to how to use the various servant skills. Which is fine. Just, you know. Also, it doesn't feel right making that much work for you, you know? Because there's plenty of servants that have like funky skill sets that I really, really like, but the chances of me actually needing to use them are pretty rare for a lot of them. Like, I don't currently have a Van Gogh. And the Van Gogh that I have the most interest in is the one from the Artoria Craft event. So it's like, you know, what are the chances of me getting that anytime soon and then actively using it a ton? Because that's kind of the thing I have with like some of the servants that like want more of a. So 2 through. All right, let's do this. So in theory, what I should have done originally, right? We have all the skills up now. Use 2. Okay. Then 3. I don't think it matters whether I use 3 on myself or someone else, but I'll use it on go just to. Okay, and then 1. Okay. Alright. You don't need to send your number for the friend code. Like I said, I'll put mine up. That way I won't like mistype it or anything. Because right now I'm struggling a little bit with typing on my phone. I have grow out on my acrylics and I've not been the best about spelling and hitting the right numbers and letters. Okay. So that was really powerful. Okay. Alright, I see how Go is used now. Let me go pop it up real quick. Because that's not going to take me forever. It gives me a nice little break from tapping through fights, which is fine. Yeah, I was going to say, because she had a lot of curse damage on her. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Oh, so there's new event keys. Alright, friends and following. Here we go. I don't know if you're already in my thing, but here we go. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Where's the... There we go. Okay. I'll leave that up for 3 minutes. I'll leave that up for 3 minutes from where I'm at, which, you know, you're on delay. And then I'll refresh my requests. I don't know if you're already in my friends, so, you know. You might type it in and then not be able to find it, you know, because you're already on, but I don't know. And anyone else if they want to. I've got plenty of slots right now. I also need to get rid of those followings, because I think I did that accidentally with like people that I used the servants of back during my first event. I think I accidentally tapped following on a couple of them, and I never really intended to, so I need to figure out how to get rid of that. I'm assuming there's like a, if I go into friends and following, I can like sort and maybe get rid of them. That would be convenient. But yeah. I'm so not used to being on normal latency with you guys. Like, genuinely, this is a struggle for my brain to process. Because I've gotten so used to just being on like normal. Like the low latency. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, come on. Hey, this is what I mean. I'm clicking the wrong things. Okay, got it. Okay. Let me pop them up in a. Pop them up on YouTube. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh wow, they do a ton of content. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I see their servant guides. Okay. Alright. I will always accept people onto my friends list. Almost always. Alright, okay, there's... Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of new... Alright. I'm gonna buy a bunch of them. Whatever. Okay. Alright, there's all the gate keys so far. I'm gonna be honest. I think I would need a very different account than the one I have currently to ever truly play, like, technically. But it's certainly not a, like, it's never a problem to, like, just learn how to use a Sermit better if you really like it. Because, like, the chances of me getting a Van Gogh anytime soon are pretty fucking slim. But I like Van Gogh since we've done them. And I would like to use Van Gogh. I just don't want to, like, you know, fuck up so badly that I have to, like, you know, do something funky to make it work. You know? That's the thing I'm concerned about is sort of... I assume there's a new gate key. Yep. I'm just gonna buy them as they come up. That way I have them. Oh yeah, I've got a lot of... Okay. At least I'm getting quartz out of playing. At least I'm getting quartz out of play. That's an interesting... I can see why they're telling me to use a berserker. Let's see. Oh, Morgan. I haven't used a Morgan yet this stream, so... I would love Minecraft Go. She's so cute. Oh my god. I was playing Minecraft last night. It made me think of her. But I'm playing Minecraft very often these days just because I'm kind of speedrunning sort of like what's possible in Minecraft in terms of, like, I really only started playing Minecraft in, like, February of this year. It was the first time I'd ever played it. Like, never had an account, never played it, didn't engage with Minecraft content until literally, like, February of this year. And then I started playing it, and I'm kind of speed running, like, all the things you can do in Minecraft. Because, like, I went very quickly from, like, ooh, let's do a little bit of mining and create basic bases to, I have a flying machine bamboo farm that auto crafts, you know, bamboo blocks and then backs up into regular bamboo shoots and, you know? So it's kind of, you know, kind of my obsession at the moment. Oh my god. Jesus, I'm dying. Let's see. Put your evade up, and then I don't think I need the other two skills right now. Unfortunate that I didn't have a Buster Coup card there in the middle. Because this... Oh, wow, I'm surprised. I never expect Koyan to be able to take out any enemy in one hit unless it's like 3k or below. Yeah. Like, genuinely. Let's see. You know, I didn't think I'd be super great with, like, a sandbox crafting game, sort of like Minecraft, because I tend to really thrive on, like, achievements and being able to, like, set a specific goal. But I've been fairly productive, and I think it's just because at the same time that I got into Minecraft, I also started engaging, like, really heavily into Hermitcraft, which I'd never seen before. But I ended up really liking the content of, like, a couple of Hermitcraft members. I've tried out about 2/3 of them at this point from season 10, and I've gone back to watch old seasons of a few of the ones I really liked. And I think just, like, seeing the creativity and what they're able to build is kind of keeping me very interested. And there are still, like, achievements. Like, literally, I excavated my first trail ruins with Vorn, like, just the other day, you know? Like, literally last night. Because I'd never seen a trail ruin before, and I'd never... And it was really fun, you know? Like, oh my god, like, I was having so much fun with it last night. And now I'm like, you know what, I want to claim a trail ruin somewhat near our current industrial district, and I'm gonna excavate it all out like a proper excavation, and then I'm gonna turn it into a base, you know, because I think that'll be super fun, like a little archaeology style base. I'll create some like tents and, you know, and a building for like storage and sorting. And now that we have the new shelves coming into the game with the Copper Age update, I'm really excited for the shelves because I feel like I can display like the potsherds and like armor trims that I get, like real artifacts, you know, which I think will look super cool. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. Ooh, and yeah, so if Minor Van Gogh is this year, then I'll definitely be trying to get, her. Oh, she is. Okay. I was unaware of that. You know what? This is something else I'm learning to do, is read this each time. Okay, so hit with someone else first, and then does she just evade one hit or one person? Because right now I kind of want to chain together 3 Morgans to get like some benefits, but I don't know if that's gonna be like a genuinely decent idea. You know what? Let's try it out. I'm gonna chain 3 Morgans and see if she takes damage. Okay, so she evades the first one, but not the other 2. Okay, so it doesn't really matter who I'm using. It's just the first one isn't gonna hit. So don't pin my hopes on that first buster. Okay. Yeah, that's something I'm slowly learning to remember to do, is to check the actual benefits that the enemies have. See, the evade on the first fucks me over in this case specifically, because normally I would want to throw down that NP first, and now I don't, because I'm like, ooh, we don't want to evade an NP. Yeah. But yeah, if Artoria Craft is coming up this year, I assume it's 2026 summer-ish, then I'll definitely be going for it. Like I'll definitely be attempting to get Summer Van Gogh. Which reminds me, has there been a recent Evocation Shop update? I don't keep up with when they drop, I just see you guys comment if they've dropped like semi-recently and who's in it. And as I said, I don't buy all of them, but I get some of them. Yeah, I'll take it for the 3rd attack, because that'll negate the fact that my first attack doesn't hit by giving me that 3rd attack. Yeah, I know even now I've had a couple of fights where I've needed like a lot of like technical help to get through them in terms of like how to actually use a servant that isn't just whale on this particular dude with something that hits very hard. Which is not a terrible thing. It's just not great. Okay, the last one was Chloe seeing it. Is Artoria Craft a Halloween event? I have no clue. Okay, I don't think I picked up anyone from Chloe, Sieg, and Irisville, but I might go back and get Sieg at some point. I'm sort of hedging my bets on the Evocation Shop, is that, like, I get a decent amount of leaves, but I don't get enough leaves to sustain getting every single servant every single time that they drop. I'm kind of saving a fair amount for later drops, because I know that there's a couple drops coming up that I'm going to want 2 servants on at least. There might be one where I want all 3 of them. Oh, look, silver statues. I need those. Always. I literally always need silver statues and low-level gems. Oh my god. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay. I want to get through these real quick. Oh, I love me a good rider. And I do love a good Aussie. I would like to use an Aussie. I just want to see if there's an Aussie that's maybe a little bit like at 10-10-10. But I don't know if there's going to be a second Aussie on this list. So far there hasn't been. Oh, the 6 9s. Okay. That's not the end of the world. I will use that. Yeah, I'll just use that one from the very beginning. Ooh. Yeah. Minor Van Gogh, Halloween. I'm here for it. What's this Halloween? Because I don't know what this year's events are like a whole lot in advance, but what's this year's Halloween? Honestly, Matt's I'm satisfied that like in terms of like stuff like the bullets and the bones, I'm always gonna be in like a semi-hell state. But it's the statues and the gems that kill me. Like genuinely. Oh, it's a Gilgamesh with a break bar. Fuck you. Bastard. Bastard. Oh, okay. Alright, I was not aware. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you don't have any funky little things. You're just a dick. Yeah, I'm not... Ellie is nice, but I think the Ellies that I'm mostly interested in are Cinder Ellie, who I know is coming to the evocation shop in, like, what, the last or the next to last drop out of what's planned? Like, she's very new, so she's at the very end of the evocation shop cycle. And then Mecha Ellie, I think, are the Ellies I'm most interested in. Okay. I do have an NP to drop. That'll be nice. Get fucked. I don't like that. I do not like that. But I am definitely very excited to get Cinder Ellie, because I love Cinder Ellie. Nine Tattoo Dragon Ellie is fine, but I don't know. I'm not necessarily the most vested into getting her, personally. Like, if she showed up in my inbox, I'd be like, okay, but not on the same level as, like, Cinder Ellie. I would be ecstatic if I got Cinder Ellie. Oh, yeah, the Thanksgiving banners. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be picking up Mecha Ellie. I definitely won't be getting Shiki. I don't know if I'm gonna get Gray. I kind of want to just cuz. Like, cause, you know, at some point I'll get myself a Juge, and then I'll have Iskandar, Juge, and Gray, and that would be kind of fun to have. But, I don't know. I'm not necessarily set on it, per se. At least that's my opinion on it. Leaned over on the other side. Oh, I think Peachy might be outside. She hasn't come in here yet this morning to bug me and be on camera, so I think she might be outside, which means she's probably screaming at the front door, upset that I'm awake and have not let her in. She is an outdoor cat in that she enjoys going outdoors for about 2 minutes, and then she wants back in violently. She's like, I no longer enjoy this. Let me in. Which is, I think, just a really funny way to behave. Yeah, I love the support system in this game. That's probably my favorite part about this game, you know? Is just the support system. Because, like, I would not be able to do nearly as much if I did not have access to it, you know? Like, I just wouldn't, and, like, I know that, you know? I would never have gotten past... Honestly, I probably wouldn't have gotten past, like, Camelot. Yeah, without support helper. Anything else I maybe could have with, like, the combination of having rolled Koyan and getting Berserker Coup on a ticket, but I genuinely don't think I would have gotten past Camelot and Babylonia without the help servant system. And it's nice to be able to, like, try things out and see if I actually enjoyed, like, using them and stuff. Like, you know. I am gonna really quickly go check out the front door, though, because I don't want to leave her stranded outside for like 4 hours. Oh, there you are. That might have been the actual cutest thing that she's done, maybe in the last like week or so. But I literally opened the door and said, "Peaches!" And then she just appeared out of nowhere, running. You know, like her chunkiness like bounces a little bit. She like sprinting up the front sidewalk to the door. That's so very cute. Oh yeah, that's why I like would never want to try to do that myself. I'm just not that kind of player. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple servants that I've kind of decided, like, after using them in a fight that I'm like, I really like the way the servant looks, but honestly, I think I kind of feel that way about Kama. Like, I don't dislike Kama, but I just kind of... I'm just kind of like, it's fine. Yeah, I never bothered. I have always been throwing down fucking Berserk Junas on shit. I'm like, ooh, strong enemy? Give me an Ibuki Berserker. Give me a Arjuna Berserker. Give me a Morgan Berserker. Oh, fucking Altera. Fucking Altera. Se is so cute. I love her so much. I'm so glad that I have a summer Se. I wish I had a regular Se too. She's so cute. Absolutely adorable. You know who I almost never see on support lists, who I kind of miss using? Like, I don't see her enough, and so I don't really get to use her. Murasaki, because I really would like Murasaki. Like, I really would. I had her on the list of people I was maybe gonna put in my Destiny order, but I almost never see her on the support lists. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like I'd like to use her more often. I'm sure she is, Knick-Knack. I currently cannot stand using her. It's not like I like her, but like you had to use her too often for free quests, and I just cannot deal with it. I just can't. I feel like there's definitely a couple. Off the top of my head, it's hard because obviously the servant list is like so long. Oh, I like her little music. I wonder if... Where's the pinned messages? Let me... Okay. Alright. Let me just do a quick pass through, kind of like looking at people that I've done and like whether I might have changed my mind after using them in-game. Let's see. Ooh, Florence Nightingale's a big one. I feel like I liked Florence Nightingale, and she was fine, but I feel like I used her in like some chapters a while back, and she was absolutely fantastic. Like, I adored using her. Like, it was so much fun. I would definitely say that she's one where I kind of turned around after using her. Let's see. Kind of. Oh, this is the added on stuff. This isn't the entire original list, is it? Yeah. Okay, I'm not looking at the whole original list. I was just looking at the first one. Alright, let's see. There we go. Yeah, Nightingale for sure. I've really turned around on her after using her in story. I refuse to use her more, so that's point blank period. It doesn't even matter. I refuse to use her. I will not. Let's see. Oh, my Berserker Zhang Yu. I feel like I was not as psyched about Zhang Yu initially, but he was my mainline Berserker for like a while. And I ended up actually really, really liking him in the end. Like I really, really enjoy him. I'm super happy that I have him, and I have him like fully leveled, and I even started working on his skills, to be honest. Yeah. I'll have to think back to some of the rest of those later because I don't really know besides that. Definitely something that I need to note down when I eventually do a stream, kind of like going over. Oh my god, that was so cute. Put your hands up. That was so cute. What the fuck? No. Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. I think I'm mixing two people up. I meant Kiara. I got Karen and Kiara mixed up in my head. It's Kiara. I refuse to use Kiara, on principle. Fucking Altera. Yeah, it was definitely Kiara. I just, in my head, Kiara and Karen were really working at the same time there. I have to apologize to Karen for that. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Karen. I didn't mean to confuse you with fucking Kiara. My bad, girl. My bad. Like, that's an insult. I'm so sorry. I feel like, if anything, I have a pretty general appreciation for most of the servants. If anything, the ones that I come into that I'm kind of like, are the people like Arquaid, or like where they're not historical characters. They're like, oh fuck you. Was that an AoE? That was an AoE. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I just noticed that as all of my servants were dying. Yeah, that was on me. That one was on me. I almost always forget Guts for Coup. So I have this bad habit, Andrea, is that I used to have a stupid Guts CE on Coup that didn't really work great, but it worked like a little bit. And because of that, I got into the really bad habit of never proccing his actual Guts skill until like much later in the fight, because I'd wait for that like CE to use its Guts on him, so I wasn't like redundantly applying two Gutses at the same time. But I took that CE off him recently, and now I'm just fucked. Now I'm fucked. Yeah, my latency's, it's on normal right now, so it's not even that bad. I think YouTube just has a really bad normal latency, which is why I typically try to keep FGO on low latency, because now that I've upgraded my computer, I'm not getting the issues I was having with low latency. But yeah. Ugh. So I have a really bad habit of not using Ku's gut skill. Ugh. Yeah, I'd use Rasputin. Absolutely. He's, oh my god, there's like, someday, not for any practical purpose, but someday I will have all the servants necessary to build what I call the white, red, and tanned boys team. Because there's just a set of servants that have like, the coloring between them all would work so good together for like an aesthetic ass like dark red team, that I think would be absolutely hilarious. Just for looks, if nothing else. I'm gonna like Photoshop them all onto like a single image together one of these days, and y'all are gonna be like, oh yeah, I see it. I see the thing. Because it's just a certain aesthetic, and they're really repping that aesthetic. Okay. Alright. Oh, fuck your heels. Fuck your heels. Eat ass. Yeah, because I think there's also some really nice, like, aesthetic combinations of servants, like the way that they look. Like, some servants just look really good together, like, visually. Which is also, like, a fun little thing to think about, because you don't really like, people don't choose their servants necessarily for, like, aesthetic appeal as a team, but I think that would be really funny to create a couple, like, teams that have that, like, similar aesthetics. Like, right now, if you replaced Estrella with Brunhilde, you'd have like a purple-esque like frontline team that I think would look pretty good. I think there's another purple servant that would also work really well, because if you look, Melusine Ondine and Mash have like a lot of coloration similarities between them, like with like the dark like metallics and like that kind of not quite lavenderish purple, but yeah. Alright, now, what I said was proc the target focus and then invincible on MASH. Oh, but it's an AoE, so it doesn't matter. Well, save my Estrella just in case. It's AoE, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I see. I see what my brain did. Well, I feel like this backline isn't bad. It's just not how most people would create a team, you know? Like, I feel like Estrella, Melusine Ondine, and Mash is not necessarily a team that most people would think of, but it has worked pretty well as a backline so far. I think it's just because I have Estrella's skills up and I have Melusine's skills up, and I do keep up with my Mash as much as I can, so there's like a certain level of these are just decent servants, so yeah. Like on a certain level. We do love a no battle node in this playthrough style. My fan is making the most god-awful, like, ying, 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 ying noise, and it is driving me actually nuts, but I need it. I guess that's fair. I almost never use Mash's NB because I almost never get to that point, which is interesting in and of itself. Okay, it's down there. Is there anything new in the exchange shop? I guess that's a key. I'll come get it when I need it. That looks weird. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say Melusine Ondine and Estrella really can take a beating, especially combined with Mash. Like, it's definitely not a bad pair up. It's just unusual, I think. Oh, look. My favorite Melusine. Well, but we already did BB. Yeah. So it kind of... I don't know who else is a moon cancer besides BB. Ah. Okay. I love me a good regular Melusine. Like, truly. Truly. Oh, yeah, because it recharges. But she also, she overcharges. So don't I still get a benefit from using it now? Because the overcharge ups the damage, right? That's what I always assumed, that since it overcharges, I might as well just use it.
Oh, wait. Doesn't her third skill also make her AoE? Like she's normally in her normal form she's single target and her third skill makes her, or is that her first skill? Doesn't one of them change her from single target to AoE? Because I feel like that's why I use her a lot of the time when I'm trying to like farm. I don't know. Well, but we did Ganesha already. So like we've done BB. I think we did BB twice. Because I remember we covered her a little bit when we did the Sakura 5, I want to say. And then I think we also recently recovered her for the weird summer event where BB Dubai? I think that was in updates, maybe? And then we did Ganesha already. I feel like we talked about Arcwade in a recent video, so we have technically covered Arcwade. And then people like Shiki and Hakuno, those are stuff that like Knickknack struggles to get in there because like, I don't know, there's not necessarily a point for me. Okay. Oh yeah, so her third skill makes her AoE. It's why I almost always proc it immediately because I like to use her as AoE. But I can see how waiting would be better sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, we covered Arc and Cuckoo. Okay. Yes, my love. Why are you screaming? What? Are you upset? Are you having a bad day? Okay. Alright, go on. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, who's my precious? Who's my little cutie patootie? Who's my good Peachy? Oh, who's my precious? I can barely see what I'm doing. It's okay. Tesla's not going to survive to AoE me. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're purring. Cat hair in my mouth. Yes. Yes, precious. That's right. Good girl. Oh, what the fuck? I thought he was on low HP. Did I misread how much HP he had? Did I fuck that up? Had he not had his break bar broken? Oh no. Yeah, that was my bad. I did not read that properly. Oh, claws. Aim for the shirt. Aim for the shirt, cat. I'm trying to see. Okay. Oh, it was the break bar. Yeah, I thought that was his full HP. Okay, alright, darling. We're good. We're good. Nope, wrong button. Oh! Okay. I don't think she's getting bigger. She's just in a different, she's in a different position than normal, which is causing her to look much fatter. I want to get a QAB on here, but I'm going to use your Melusine for, okay, please, settle. Oh, that was not a QAB, damn it. Okay. I don't think she's getting bigger. I think she's just in a different position. Good girl. She is a large cat, though. She is quite heavy. I can feel her weight compressing my chest somewhat in this position. But I've been gone for like 5 days from home, so she just wants attention and affection. Okay, proc that. Then we should be good. Okay, we can do our lovely little proper QAB. Oh, good girl. Good girl, Peachy. I know, but she served her purpose well. We got that first break bar gone, and a little bit extra. Hello, my love. Are you having a good morning? Did you get to come inside and eat and drink? And then fill my sinuses with cat hair? I can barely see what I'm clicking. Because I'm having to like look down my nose. Good girl. Oh dear, we're looking pretty at the camera. Oh, who's a good girl? No! Mash! No! Oh my god, my baby! It's okay, we will avenge you. But she will have a vet appointment coming up, I think, sometime in the next, like, 2 or 3 months. When she does, she'll get weighed, and if she's any heavier than she was last year, I think I'm gonna have her checked for a thyroid issue. And if nothing comes up, then we're gonna have to change the way that we do food for the cats in the house. Because at the moment, they all free feed because we have 2 older cats who grew up free feeding, and they don't have a problem with it, and her brother has no problem with free feeding. Like, none of our other 3 cats have any... Oh my god. Okay. You getting off of me? Oh my god. Look. She's... You see this? You see this shed? This is 2 seconds holding her. Oh my god. Okay, what are you... Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go, my darling? In what world? In what world? Where are we trying to move? So I will have her... The vet was not concerned last year, so that we didn't have her checked last year for a thyroid condition. But we will have her checked this year if she's gotten any heavier. And if that is the case, and honestly, if she's gained weight and that isn't the case, we might have to get them, like, feeders that correspond to, like, collars to put on them. I feel bad for our oldest cat because she's almost a decade old now, and she has all of her own issues, and she doesn't move very often, and she's very skinny, and she's so affectionate, like, very affectionate, and she's doing relatively okay for, like, her age and the health issues that she already has. But I almost, it's the reason we've been hesitant to switch them to specific feedings. It's just because I'm not sure how she would cope with it, and I don't want to risk, like, her health either, if that's kind of an option, you know, in terms of safety of the health of all the cats. Fun fact, though, Quipper, Peachy is not treat motivated, Peachy is not human food motivated, and Peachy is not fancy food motivated. She is a cheap kibble girl all the way through. She gets Purina hairball formula because we buy hairball formula for our long-haired cat, and they all eat it. We used to have 2 long-haired cats, so we had the hairball formula because they both had problem with hairballs. But she is a Purina hairball formula cat, through and through. And she will not eat human food if you give it to her. She does not go up on the counter. She doesn't respond to, like, treats. Even churu is kind of, like, on an if-and basis for her. You know, like, she would not take that over anything else. Okay, I need the tickle hand. Alright. I wish she was a pot roast cat, because then I could excuse her fatness by the fact that we, you know, give her extra food. But we don't! And, like, she does have to compete with the other 4 cats at the kibble bowls, because we don't... They free feed, but we do double check, like, how much they get. We put in enough food for 4 adult cats into the kibble bowls, and that's how much they get, and there's, you know, 2 of the cats stay indoors all day. Pretty sure her brother has, like, 5 other families outside that feed him. So I don't worry about him. He's a bar guest. Because he's like slim and athletic, and to be honest, Peachy runs and jumps. Like, she's not entirely sedentary. which is the other, reason why I think maybe it might be a thyroid issue instead of an actual, like, just laziness issue. Because she goes outside, she runs around. Oh, okay. So on bar break, she full charges. All right. Oh, Peachy. I do want to get you away from my coffee cup because I think you're going to shed into it. She's right under the microphone, guys, just so you know. I don't know if the microphone will pick up her, like, purring, but she's right under the microphone, just chilling. And whacking my capture card. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Because the other thing is, like, going by the size of the rest of her body, she should not be this heavy. And I don't want her to get any heavier. Like, it was cute when she was a little bit overweight. Like a little bit. But I am concerned for her long-term health if she continues to be this overweight. And I'm even more concerned if she's gaining. Because I don't want her to have, like, heart disease or something else when she gets a little older. I mean, right now she's only, like, 2-3 years old, but we don't want her getting worse, arguably. We would like you to stay nice and healthy for a very long time, Peachy. If you would please stop whacking my capture card feed. That would be preferable, darling. You chungus. Oh... Oh, Jesus, we're still shedding. Like, you would not... I'm gonna have to vacuum in here. Okay, no, not the capture card, darling. Tail away. Tail on the other side, okay? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Yes, precious, I know. You are the most spoiled cat in this house. Although, to be fair, I would spoil the other cats if they came to me. They just don't. Yeah, that's the other thing is joint problems if she stays this heavy later in life. And once again, I don't want that for her. So, if this is if she's the same weight as she was last year, then we might just try to, like, limit the amount that she's getting access to the kibble bowl. Because maybe, like, just feeding her separately and generally watching when she makes a beeline for the kibble bowl might be enough to kind of, bust through. Or just getting her more regularly exercising. If it's just that she's, like, overeating and her metabolism isn't super fast, maybe I might get her, like, a cat wheel or something. Or like a little kitty tread, and kind of force her to use it, to be honest. Because I really would just like her, like, 15 pounds or below. She was 17.9 at her last vet visit, which is why I'm very concerned. I do not want her breaking 20 at all, and I would prefer her being around 15 for my own comfort. Hi. You need to stop hitting cords, darling. You're gonna knock the feet off, and then I'm gonna have to stop petting you to fix it. Yeah, the cat wheel seems like maybe the best option. I just don't know how to motivate her to do it if she's not treat motivated. Might have to, like, test and find a treat that she does actually. Okay, no. Stop it! Peachy. Okay. Alright, yeah. Alright, you're coming up here for a little bit. We're gonna sit here with Mummy. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And Mummy's gonna pet you. No. You're gonna sit here or you're gonna go on the floor because you started hitting my phone. Okay. Okay, yeah, rub yourself on my Switch. You can't knock that over in the middle of a stream. Yeah, that's definitely the what it's gonna come down to is just, figure out how to get her to use it. Because I think she could lose the weight, and she's young, so we can definitely get it off of her. I just need to know what the best option for that is. You know, does she need to swap foods? Does she need to be kept separately? Does she need more exercise as opposed to like a diet change? Weight loss for cats is kind of a really tough thing, because it doesn't necessarily, you can't just feed them less, right? You guys can't see the worst part. She is actually just a little bit too heavy to be able to properly groom her own ass. So I do have to clean her ass like once a week, because she gets like some crusties back there, which is why I've been trying to keep her tail down when her asshole is like in front of the camera, because it does not look nice. It's her cleaning day today, so I'm gonna have to go after her with like some wet wipes and wipe off the few little drippies that got stuck. So I'm trying to keep it off camera, but her little tail peeks up occasionally. Hello, baby. She's like literally twining her tail with oh, okay, those are keys on my keyboard. Can we not hit those? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so now I have different planes. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, what did you click? Peachy. Peachy, no. We can't do Emmy Alter. Go. Okay. Oh. Peachy wanted Emiya Alter specifically for some reason. There's no cat hair all over my fucking Switch. And my dick. Oh my god. Peachy, I love you, but you shed so bad. For a short-haired cat. Why did I just shed another one of you? I was not looking. No, because she picked the guest Emiya Alter. I'm not using... Oh, Peachy. Well, I'm going to really quickly go wash my hands because I think she's been rolling around in a dirt pile outside and my hand is now filthy. Looks like it's also bath day, Peachy. She gets a bath today. Actually brown on the tips of my fingers from the amount of dirt that she has on her. So she'll get a full fucking bath today, not just a butt wipe. Cats, man. Cats. Oh. Jesus. Okay, 20% of her first bar. Alright. Yeah, Knick-Knack, you and me both. But I have a feeling that... Actually, I don't know how Jack is with baths. Peachy's not actually very bad with them. Her and her brother both absolutely love the toilet and the sink. So they're not... Oh yeah, it was just dirt. So they're not particularly upset about having to take baths, which is, you know, wonderful for a cat, because my other two cats would rather kill me, dance on my bones, and then suck the marrow out of them than go anywhere near a fucking bath. Like, I would actually die if I tried to bathe my oldest cat at this point. Peachy doesn't. Last time my mom and I gave her a bath, my mom literally picked her up like a tea bag and just dunked her up and down. And she kind of just hangs there limply and goes, "Mm." It's really cute, actually. But she's very tolerant of it, so, you know. It's good for me, because I don't have to worry about getting murdered. God forbid we don't wash the older two. They take care of themselves. Some of my D&D friends call her Stanky. They're like, Stanky baby. When she hasn't, when her butt hasn't been cleaned before a session, because it's kind of a 50-50 on whether I get to it. They call her Stanky Baby. Because she just wants love and affection. She just happens to sometimes stink a little bit. I had an older orange cat. So, I've had a lot of cats. But so I had an older orange cat named Silver. He was Luna's brother. And he was probably like... I want to say like he's probably like this long and like that tall, right? He was a big cat. You know, like not big in the way that Peachy is, but genuinely like a large fucking cat. Like people we think he might have had some like not cat or like Maine Coon in him, right? Because of how big he was. And he was also pretty chunky. I mean, he wasn't nearly as fat as Peachy was, but he weighed like 22 pounds, and it didn't look overweight on him. He was that big. I tried to give him a bath once with my mom's help. He ripped a like fully bleeding like scar into my inner thigh, like this long, and right across my neck, climbed up the bathroom curtain to the metal curtain rod, and then jumped out of the room entirely. And I had like deep bleeding scratches from it, and we never bathed him again. Never bathed him again. We were like, nope, he doesn't need it. We're fine. He can wash himself. It's not happening. It was just not happening. Loved that cat to death. He was arguably one of the most tolerant lazy shits that we've ever owned. He also liked eating hot peppers, like jalapenos and habaneros. Yeah, he'd eat habanero peppers as a snack. Loved that cat to death, but oh boy, was he not a bath cat. Oh, I see that the invulnerability. Not invulnerability, but the resistance to attacks. Okay. I can prop an NP. Wait, nope. And then prop skills. Yeah. I've got pet wipes for Peachy if I need them. I often use them on her brother, because he spends a lot of time outside, and he loves rolling in dirt. Not mud or anything, just dirt. He just likes rolling in dirt, you know? And who am I to stop him? He enjoys it. I'm not out here to stop his fun, but that does mean that I do need to, like, wet wipe him down every so often with, like, cat wipes. Which he's not the biggest fan of, but, like, he's less of a fan of baths, so he kind of tolerates it. You know. To be honest, I probably need to just shave Peachy's butt, but I haven't shaved her butt so far, and I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily know, like, how to, I guess I just get, like, a razor. Not like a razor, but, like, a little shaver and just, I gotta try that one of these days for Peachy specifically, because I think that would do her good, just to shave the butt area. I think it would save all of us a lot of effort. But yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Some cats, very tolerant of water. Other cats, not. You know, the reason why I know Peachy is tolerant of water? I've had to train myself not to leave the toilet lid up. Because she will just go sit in the toilet water. And, like, drink it. But she'll just sit in the water, like, soaking her back end. And sometimes she'll roll over and soak her front end. And then she goes out gardening with my mom and I, and, like, we'll be watering the plants. She lies down directly in front of the path of the water, and then when the water hits her and starts to, like, soak her, she gets really confused. She's like, why am I getting wet? And then she'll, like, get up and move, like, a foot forward as if the water's not gonna hit her again. And then the process will just repeat for, like, the entire yard, because she wants to be near you, but she doesn't have a cognizance of, like, the water flow. Which is hilarious. So she'll come in, like, a little bit dripping and muddy occasionally. I don't know if I have a... Maybe I have a... might have been a waste, but, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna try to proc a bunch of stuff. Because I'm just trying to do enough damage. Yeah, she's really taking damage slowly. I see that now. Like, this is rough. Trixie, our smaller and older tuxedo, also does not tolerate baths very well. Occasionally I catch her and I like pet wipe her down, but Trixie and Luna don't like to go outdoors anymore. They used to when they were younger, but now that they're a little bit older, they're like, you know what, inside is perfectly adequate for all of my needs and desires. So they just don't go outside anymore, which means that they don't really get that dirty, to be honest. So I'm not really concerned about the two of them. They just chill. Is it the morbid fascination? I think I still have a scar from where Silver got me. Luna got me like right here when I was younger, bad enough that it was a visible scar for like 2 or 3 years. They kind of sat like right here. And it was because I'd kind of been holding her like a baby and petting her, and she tolerates that pretty well. But my dad was like a bit of a dick to the cats. Like, not in a bad way, but just kind of in a, you know, he treated them a little bit more like dogs than he did cats. He like came up to me while I was holding her like that. He stuck a cold can of Diet Dr. Pepper directly on her stomach, and she freaked the fuck out and like clawed up the side of my like chest and neck trying to jump away from me. So, you know, I had that scar for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I think it's just recently faded to the point where you can't see it now. Like generally, but I know where it was, because it was so visible for so many years. Poor Luna, though. I felt worse for her, because I was like, the shock of like the cold, ice cold can of soda on top of her must have been not very pleasant. You know? Like, genuinely, that must have felt absolutely fucking terrible. I wonder when I get to, like, the percentage for this one, you know? Yeah. But, you know, nowadays Luna just sleeps on the windowsill. She doesn't really do much else. She sleeps on a very specific windowsill. It's her windowsill. You might have seen it in my picture of Peachy, like, a little while ago, but she was actually in the background of that picture on her windowsill. And she comes down to eat and poop, and that's about it. She doesn't really explore the house anymore. She kind of moves between that windowsill in summer, and then in winter she'll take over upstairs because the AC doesn't hit as hard upstairs. So it's warmer up there, so she'll go up there in winter. Sometimes she uses the windowsill in my office, but it's kind of blocked right now with a bunch of stuff on it, so I think she hasn't been in here for a while. But she just sits and naps. That's all she does. She's the epitome of an old lady. She just sit, nap, and put your hands up, chill. But she had a lot of health issues, so, you know, we don't really blame her for that. I think she went outside 2 years ago during the summer when we had people watching the cats because we were away, and she didn't come back for like 6 weeks. And when she went outside, I mean, I have pictures of what she looked like before, but when she came back, she was missing basically like all of her fur and underfluff, and she used to be a very furry, fluffy cat. She was like practically skeletal, covered in fleas, and she had scabs everywhere from like fleas and her scratching herself, so she was like not doing good. And ever since, she has not wanted to go outdoors anymore, and she just kind of sits in one place, and if you go over to pet her, she's the happiest thing in the world. She purrs so loud, but she gets like a runny nose when she does it. She'll be like wiping her nose on you and purring like incredibly loudly, and she doesn't ever want you to leave once you start petting her. That's all she does. She just wants to be petted. And she does not run away when you try to pet her. At least not for me or Mom. She does for some of my friends because she's not used to them, but oh my goodness, she's just a love bug now. And she already has like other health issues, like she has a heart murmur, and anxiety. So like her heart murmur gets actively worse when we have to take her to the vet, and then the vet's like, oh my god, she's got a heart murmur and it sounds really bad. And I'm like, yeah, it's It's because she doesn't like being here. She doesn't like being poked and prodded by the vet. She hates you. You're like, oh, poor kitty. I'm like, yeah, she hates you. You are the problem. You know, cats can be great company. It depends. You guys never see Trixie or Luna in here, and that's because they're not really company cats per se. Peachy and Loki come in here a lot. They like humans, but like Trixie's perfectly fine. My mom is her human, and she tolerates Knick-Knack and Realm Shifter the best out of all my friends. But yeah, in general, she just likes to kind of be. But then some cats are like just like, you know, Velcro cats, and they're so adorable. I love cats because they're a little independent, you know? Like, I can have Peachy over here, like, being petted for, like, 15, 20 minutes, but then when I need her to leave and go do her own thing, she's perfectly fine leaving and going and doing her own thing. And yeah, I feel so bad for Luna with her experience outside, but it's like, we could find her the whole time. She was, like, hiding out at the neighbor's house. Like, we'd see her every day under the car, like, slinking around to the food that we put out back, and she just was refusing to come in. She didn't want to until that day that she did come in. And it's like, I love you to death, darling, but you've made your own bed here. Like, please don't do this again. And she doesn't want to go outside, but we also wouldn't let her go outside anymore. In general, we're not very strict about our cats going in and out because we live on a pretty quiet street, and there's a very nice tamed community cat like colony in our backyard that they're friends with. So like they have friends outside, and there's other cats, and people are generally pretty careful about how they behave on our street, knowing that there's a lot of cats. So you know, we're not like in the center of a city. So we're not super uncomfortable about them going outside. Peachy and Loki wear tags. Not specifically tracker tags, but tags that can be scanned to identify them if they get found somewhere, because they go further. But Trixie just doesn't like going outdoors anymore. She hasn't even had a bad experience. She just doesn't like going outdoors. And Luna, even if she wanted to, we wouldn't let her out at this point. Luna we would keep like safe inside. Because at this point she's old and she deserves to just have like a comfy indoor life. Yeah. And I would never take that away from her. Like that's, I mean, she's 9 or 10 at this point. All of our cats are former ferals picked up from outdoors. And a lot of them came from the same mom. So like Sissa, who passed away earlier this year, Sissa and Luna had the same mom. They both had heart problems, and we assume that the mama cat had heart problems as well now. Because when we first got Luna, she and her brother tested positive for feline leukemia because traces of it can appear in the bloodstream after nursing. So we know that their mom had FLV. So like they already had health issues, and they're health issues that are like known across the entire like set of cats that came from the same mother cat in the colony before we got her fixed. So we used to have a tortie. We used to have a cute little tortie. My dad named her Turtle. I think she was born even before I was, because when I was like 8 or 9, she was 19. So, I mean, she was an old cat when she finally passed. And Turtle was adorable. Turtle was the very definition of a cat who, like, behaved like a dog. She was raised side by side with a dog that we had named Duchess. And my dad took them, like, to Canada and camping with him and all over the country. And so she was incredibly dog-like and independent. But, you know, adorable. Okay. I'm trying to find things now. Absolutely loved her. Precious baby. Let's see. Where are the saber rate ups? I do like to go with the easiest when it's the option. But yeah, precious baby. Trixie is a beggar with company. Trixie doesn't necessarily beg to me or to Mom. She just comes up to us. But when we have company over, Trixie's a beggar. Hi, Kyo. Also, the benefit of having Loki and Peachy as outdoor pets is they do their business outdoors, so I get to clean the litter boxes a little bit less. Because they're not usually using the indoor boxes at all. They use the great outdoors to do their business. Yeah, it is a really weird feeling. I think it really surprised me, I think, because I grew up with a cat who acted like a dog, so the way that like Luna and Silver behaved when we first got them, because we had like a good, like, I want to say it was 10 years between our dog and cat, who are both ancient passing, before we got new pets in the house. And the behavior difference was surreal, because I really expected Silver and Luna to be like leash cats who I could put on a harness and take outdoors with me and go walking, and they were not leash cats, and they do not go walking outdoors or behave like a dog. Like, the behavior flip was wild. Because I'd never had another cat. But yeah, they're precious little babies. Loki, Peachy's brother Loki, because Peachy and Loki are the odd ones out of all of our cats. They actually come from a friend who lives about 45 minutes away, who has a giant community cat problem, and they couldn't keep 2 more kittens, so I said we would take them because we didn't have any new community cats, and we had, Silver wasn't around anymore, and so we only had like 3 cats in the house because Newt moved back outside, because we have an indoor cat who became an outdoor cat who just lives in our backyard. So he'd become an outdoor cat, so we were like, well, we could take 2 more cats in. So Peachy and Peachy and Loki are the outliers. All of the rest of our cats are directly related from the same mother cat, the outdoor cats and the indoor cats. So we have 4 outdoor cats: Flufferbutter, Orange Creamsicle, Mama, and Newt. And Newt used to be an indoor cat, who's now an outdoor cat, who has anxiety like you would not believe. Like, he was on medicated cat food the whole time we had them. And then the other 3 we know for a fact, I think, were Sissa's sibling litter, because we only picked up Sissa from that litter. Because we weren't able to pick up all cats from every litter, so we ended up, before the mom got spayed, and it took like 5-6 years to get the mom spayed. It was such a struggle. But yeah, so they live outdoors, and we were like, we'll take Peachy and Loki, and it's been interesting, because Peachy and Loki are very different from any of the rest of our cats. In a lot of ways, but then they're very similar in other ways. Like, Loki's very independent. He loves the outdoor cats. They're like best friends. I have heard of that, yeah. And it's like, okay, but like, cats are great, so, And I like dogs too. I know myself, and I know the way that I live, and I would not currently be a good parent to a dog. Because as long as I'm doing pet sitting as a side job, or even like a main job, I would not be a good pet parent. Or not a good dog parent. Because my mom is not the type of person to be like super active with a dog, even if we had one. So I would be leaving a dog for long periods of time without like being able to like walk and really spend a lot of time with them. And I really like big dogs, but I also, I'm not super capable at the moment of dealing with the ongoing like day-to-day exercise requirements for a dog, so it's better for me not to have a dog right now, no matter how much I like them. Which is unfortunate, because I genuinely do really like dogs. I just don't have a lifestyle that would support that right now. In the future, perhaps, when I'm more settled, and I have a better day-to-day schedule, I could, but not now. Cats, for now, are a better option. And also, Peachy and Loki were kind of an exception. My mom and I agreed that we're not planning on getting any more new cats. And we had made that plan before we got Peachy and Loki. They were kind of an emergency exception. But we don't intend to get any more new cats because there's a decent chance that I might have to move, especially for work once I, to do my master's, and then once I get my master's and working on a PhD. It's very hard to move cats around. Like in the country, it's much easier because you just pick them up and drive them. But like internationally, it's very, very hard, and I don't want to put a cat through that, especially, a cat that's used to living with me here. And there's a pretty like my mom's a couple years out from retirement, but she's not sure she's going to stay in the States after retirement anyways. So we don't really want to get any new cats at this point. Just kind of, live with the cats we currently have. 2 of them are already aging at a pretty rapid rate. I mean, well, not that they're aging any faster, but like Luna and Trixie are already, 10 and 9 respectively, or 10 and 8. And then Peachy and Loki are a couple years old. And if the worst, if the worst were to happen and I were to move internationally and, my mom were to also move, I think we would either make the effort to take Peachy and Loki along or maybe rehome them. But I'd be very concerned about Loki because he's an outdoor cat and he likes being able to go indoor outdoors. And I think moving to another country would be a struggle with him. Peachy I'm not so concerned about, but, I don't know if I'd want to put them through that stress. I have friends I could rehome them with who would be very, very happy to take them. Because they're very affectionate cats and they get used to you very quickly. And I have friends who aren't planning to move who would be willing to do that, It's sort of like long-term plans is why we're not getting any more cats. Yeah. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily consider when getting pets, and I think it's very important, As someone who dog sits a lot, it becomes something that's more and more apparent to me is that like you really need to know what type of pet you're getting and how much you're going to be traveling, right? Like I was gone for 2 months last summer. I was gone for, a month and a little extra the summer before that. Like I would have felt so bad leaving a dog, right? Especially a dog who was like relying on me to be their main form of like exercise. I would have felt incredibly bad about that if I had had to leave a dog. As it was, I mean, my mom really likes the cats, so at least they get a lot of attention and affection from her, but I was like, send me pictures of my cats every day. Like I want to see them constantly. So, The toxoplasmosis is, I assume, what Quipper was talking about in the eerily effective adaptation. That's what I'm assuming, at least. But yeah. I don't know. I do love having pets, though, and I am pretty determined that once I'm settled, like at a certain point, once I'm settled and I have, what I know I'm going to be doing for like a significant amount of time, I wouldn't mind if I knew I was going to be like living somewhere like in the US for like a PhD for 5 or 6 years. I wouldn't mind at that point, if I'm in the US, I'll just take like Peachy with me probably. I'm not going to uproot Luna or Trixie. They love it here, and Loki's indoor outdoor. I don't want to take him somewhere where I would be concerned about him not knowing the outdoors that he's in. But like Peachy, certainly I would take with me if I moved somewhere else in the US and stayed there for a prolonged period of time. Internationally, I wouldn't take a cat with me. Not if I was only going to be there for a couple of years. I wouldn't. That wouldn't be right to do to the cat. But if I was, to be staying in Europe for like a long period of time, like got a PhD program or something, I would probably either look into bringing Peachy over. To be honest, at this point, like she's young enough, and I think she would do well because she just loves, me and people in general. And she could be an indoor cat very happily with like a cat tree and a cat wheel and stuff. Man, things to consider when moving around in different jobs with pets. Yeah, the Toxoplasma gondii. Yeah. I don't know where I stand on that. I'm kind of like, I mean, that seems relatively, I don't know. Yeah. Because isn't the claim that they infect you with like a low level of like parasite that makes like your brain more susceptible to like happy feelings around cats or something like that? Yeah, it feels so out there for me for it to exist, you know? Like that's such a specific adaptation and thing, you know? But also at the same time it's not doing you any harm, you know? It's a cat, my guy. It's a cat. They're cute. And like that obviously has no effect necessarily on like you think about people who just like see pictures of cats online and they're like, oh my god, that's cute, and they've never had a cat, you know. I'm just gonna pull out my cat headphones. I want to get some demon horns for my headphones. Like I found a place that does like really nice 3D printed ones. I'm gonna get me some of those. It's gonna be great. But I also haven't read the research about that, the specific toxoplasmosis. Like I've literally never. I've seen that the articles exist. I've not read them or done any like research into them. It just feels to me like very weird. Like I look at that and I'm like, you know, eh. Have a chance of decreasing charge. Get fucked. Alright, let's keep going. Cat wife feels appropriate to use a Tamamo during CCC. It is funny though how much bigger the sprite for Berserker Coup is compared to these two. It does look funny. I see that they've sealed my NP. That is fine. I will have it next time. I don't doubt that it's real. I just kind of, you know, I've not really looked into it, and it just sounds very, it sounds very fantastical that, like, I don't know, it sounds very fantastical in my head that, like, my cats have infected me with, like, something that makes my brain go, cat good. I don't doubt that that's something that could happen. It just feels unreal. Okay. Suplex! Suplex into stab. We love you, Estrella! So you make a team. It's got Estrella on it, it's got Kets on it, and it's got Xuanzang Sanzang. And then you have the 3 punching babes. You know what? I think it's too late for me, Tacos. I cannot fight back. I already have so many cats. Alright, pull up another key. Okay. Alright, let's see. What do we have unlocked in this area? I see that I will have to go back to the ventral plane. I do see that. I see the little notifications that there's quests over there, but I think I'll just do anything I can do on this side and then flip back and vice versa, unless I have to be actively swipping back and forth in between like nodes. Oh, or it'll switch it for me. Jesus. think that's a sign that I should have been awake longer before stream this morning. My brain is not working. Ibuki better. Which Ibuki is better? Yeah, I'll take that Ibuki down there. I do love me a good Ibuki. Yeah, I don't know. If we had maybe gotten a dog back when our last dog passed, like relatively near that, I'd still probably have a dog today, but we didn't, and I don't know. So cats it is. There's no justification for it, but cats it is. I do love my cats. I don't know if I've ever told you guys on stream like how we got our first cats, but so we have a feral colony problem on our street. We used to. No, like, don't worry, like, we worked with the county to do, like, trap, spay, neuter, and, like, re-release on, like, outdoor ferals for, like, low prices, so we no longer have a feral problem on the street, but for, like, a good 5 or 6 years, we had a massively bad problem with this feral colony. There were, like, 3 toms and, like, 1 or 2 moms that were really prolific around the street for, like, you know, how often they were having litters. And we started finding cats near our house. And so Luna and Silver, our first 2 cats, my dad heard them running around in the like underneath one of his old project cars out front. And so it turns out that their mom had left them down there, right? And it was like summer, so it was hot, and they were hiding under the car because it didn't move, right? So they weren't in any danger. And they were crawling like around the engine bay like it was like a playground, right? It was their own little personal playground. And so we started feeding them, and we fed them for like a week or 2. And, you know, we're kind of like looking at them, and they were like, oh, they're so cute. They're sticking around, you know, like maybe we can pull them indoors at some point or convince them to trust us. And then one day my dad came to pick me and my mom up from school because we needed a ride because something had happened. And I think her car was in the shop, and he was like, I have a vet appointment scheduled for both of the kittens. We need to go home immediately and grab them, right? Like, he hadn't even grabbed them, but he'd made a vet appointment. So we got home and we heard them in the engine bay. We popped the hood real quick, and they started trying to hide themselves, and my mom just reached in, grabbed like Luna, right? Like, just grabbed her by the scruff, and Silver almost got away, but she grabbed him by the tail and like pulled him out of the engine bay by force. And then we just dumped them in a little like plastic container box with some air holes and took them to the vet and had their first shots and everything done. And then they were indoor cats. Like, we kept them indoors. I think the 3rd day we had them, they got out of the kid gate in the bathroom, and they hid themselves somewhere in the house, and we were terrified. We thought they would like found like somewhere where they were like in danger. We were up all night. We could like hear faint meowing, and we were so concerned that they were like trapped somewhere. So I was up all night trying to find them. Turns out they nested themselves in a tiny little hole in the back of the TV stand where we could not see them or access them. And I remember being so exhausted. It was like the first time that my mom was just like, stay home from school. Like, you're not in any position. Like, you're exhausted and you're like tired and you're upset. Like, we'll just stay home from school. And I remember that happening, which was, you know, really cool of her. And that was how we ended up with our first 2 cats. It just appeared, you know, they just appeared. And then the same mama cat dropped off she had an entire litter like right on the stones next to our front door, and that was Little Bit, Tabby, and Fatso. And we didn't keep any of those cats. We adopted them all out, but we raised them for like 3 or 4 weeks indoors while we found homes for them. After a little bit, and she had abandoned them because the thing was she'd left them so close to the front door that we were coming in and out. I think they started to smell less like her and more like us, so she abandoned them when they were like 2.5, 3 weeks old, like barely even moving. So we used to keep them in like a popcorn mixing bowl with like a towel, and we had to like bottle feed them every couple hours. Like, oh boy, it was a whole, you know, event in existence, keeping those cats alive. Proc the guts now, so I don't forget while I'm talking. So we had them. Slow warming. I hated the opening of that freaking... So yeah, and then we had the same mama, and this was all from the same mama cat. She dropped off she had Trixie's litter. Now she had Trixie's litter under our blackberry vines, and Trixie's litter was kind of unfortunate. So she had 8 kittens in that litter. I think there was 1 tuxedo, 2 Siamese points. There was an orange. There was a pure white. There was an all black. There was 2 tabbies, I think. So she had 8 kittens. And in between her having the kittens, and my mom was like, we were trying to feed the mama cat safely so that she didn't run away. And by the time that they were old enough for us to safely consider picking them up, like in the first 3 or 4 weeks, 5 of them died. Because the feral, she was so thin and she was so small, and 8 kittens was too many for her to have. 5 of them passed away in the first 3 or 4 weeks. And I remember it was very upsetting. The 2 Siamese points and Trixie were the ones who made it. The 2 Siamese points, named Draco and Seamus, got adopted, I think, by the same family. And now they're very chunky, happy cats. Like, genuinely. Just very chunky, happy cats. Let's see. Sissa's litter consists of the 3 outdoors. Newt's litter had like he had 1 or 2 siblings, because they were the next 2 litters. We got Sissa and Newt out of them. Sissa, her mama had Sissa was almost very unfortunate, because her mama, the mama cat, was also using the car's engine bay to keep the cats during the summer, and she'd crawled up to the top of the wheel well, and she'd fallen down the side and she couldn't get back up. And we heard her meowing as we were like going out to get groceries, and we came back like 2 hours later and she was still meowing, and we figured out that she was coming from inside the wheel well. So my dad had to pull the car apart, and then we like gently turned the wheel well upside down and then slid her out through the top of like the wheel opening bit. And she was like exhausted and had heat stroke and was covered in her own mess, and just, you know, like it was not, she was not doing okay. So we took her in, and then, you know, she became kind of the most my cat of all of the cats that we had at the time, because she absolutely adored me. Didn't ever go far from me, and I was the only person that she liked. So there was Sissa, and then Newt was the runt of his litter, and we picked him up because he couldn't escape from us. He was covered in so many fleas that he physically could not move. So we picked him up from outdoors. He was literally skin and bones at like 4 weeks old, so small you would not think he was 4 weeks old. Okay. So that's what happened with him. And we spent 2 days like hand combing and picking fleas off of him and killing them before he was really like able to eat and move around a whole lot. And he always had anxiety and stress. Like he just had issues. He now very happily lives outside with his big siblings. Like he's just outside with the other 3. Super happy. It's actually really cute how much they love each other. So, you know, that was, you know, how we got Newt. And then Newt was the last of the cats that we picked up, because the mama cat finally got spayed after Newt's litter. That was when she got caught, finally, because we'd had her out for like trap and release forever, you know. And it had just taken so long for her to get caught. This is an unpleasant fight for me. It's very annoying. Because of these big dudes in the middle. I forget if Balban is an AoE. But yeah, and then we weren't really going to get any new cats, and then I got a call from my friend that they thought they'd spayed all of their community cats, and one of them had popped kittens, and they couldn't feed them because they already have like 30 community cats, and they needed someone to take care of her. Of the 2 of them, and I was like, you know what? Okay, We pulled them out of the old toilet in like a junk area and brought them home, and you know, they got 2 kittens out of it. So it's, very, very fortunate that they relatively well get along with the other cats. They used to get along really well together. Like, I remember that the 2 of them would snuggle together and play together. They now hate each other. Loki and Peachy do not get along anymore. They both get along relatively well with the other cats. Loki more so. The Luna and Sissa and Trixie like Loki. They're not, Luna and Trixie were not necessarily fans of Peachy, but they tolerate her. Which is, fine by my estimation. So long as they tolerate her, I do not care what they do. Increase your NP gauge, Girly Pop. And then what do? You absorb HP, decrease charge of an enemy. Okay, yeah. Should have used that when she had more charge, but I wanted the HP heals for her, so... that's kind of the story of all of our cats. I mean, I think, and we've fostered more cats out over the years, I think, and we've also lost several other litters. So I think over the years, when I did like a final head count before we got Peachy and Loki, I think we'd had 47 kittens in and out through our house over the like 5-6 year period in which we were actively getting new litters. And sometimes that would be like 3-4 litters a year from the same mama cat, which is, I mean, her health was not good, and she really struggled to keep whole litters safe. Like, we're almost positive that the 2 that we got from what we thought was her first litter, she probably had more than 2 kittens, and we just didn't catch until there were only 2 left. Because she had a litter of 5 that all passed away one February. Because, and I remember because we picked up like 3 of the kittens after 2 had already passed. We didn't even know she'd had kittens. She'd hidden in like the back of one of the shops. And we picked them up, and 2 of them had already passed. We buried them out under the tree. And the other 3, I sat there, I think, for like a full day, like feeding them every single time they were hungry with like a heating pad. And they were just too far gone. Like, I remember one of them, like, ate food and it seemed like it was doing better. And then he just stopped eating and passed away. And they all got buried together. Like, there's under one of the fruit trees. But yeah, we've had a lot of cats in and out of the house. We've, adopted out a lot of cats because we know that we can't keep them all ourselves. So they go to good homes, Mom being a school teacher really, really helps, because it's very easy for her to foist kittens off on her classes. There's always one student out of 120 who really wants a cat, and their mom's willing to deal with it. A couple have gone to teacher friends, some have gone to students, and like we got some updates on them, but we know that they're living well, and that's all we really need to know. So. I am kind of glad, though, that we're not constantly getting new kittens anymore, because, like, oh my god. Like, there was a point where we just had, like, bottles and nibs and formula, like, in our pantry at any given time, just in case. And they're so cute as kittens, but, oof, boy, getting them to mesh with other cats and, trying to keep them confined. Like, the bathroom only works so well when you have to go in and out of the bathroom. It becomes significantly harder to keep them contained once they're moving enough to get out of the tub. Okay. Okay, let's see where we're at. I don't know. I'm assuming that this... So this already says like 3 of 6. I'm assuming it's like 3 of 6 acts. Let me finish this pip, and then I'm probably going to be done for the day. And finish this up next week. Use a Juna. Berserk Juna. Love him. Use him for a lot of stuff. Passion Lips design. But yeah. I do love kittens. One of my friends messaged me the other day, and she's like, two kittens showed up at my house. Do you want a new cat? And I was like, I so desperately want kittens, but I cannot have more cats. You know what I mean? Like, kittens are so cute, and they're so energetic, and they're so affectionate, and I love them so much. I cannot have another new cat right now. Kittens, yes. Cats, no. So no. Oh, how much HP? I guess we'll see. Ew, okay. Well, there's the benefit that she's decreasing her own defense, but she's also increasing her charge, which is not going to be ideal for me, because I'm assuming that means she's going to drop her NP actually very, very often. And I don't necessarily want to have to deal with that. I guess we'll see how this goes round 1. We'll just go ahead and drop that. Worst case, we go back and get a pretender later. Okay, so that did break a break bar, which is good. I mean, that's what we want to be happening. She doesn't have a massively large HP. Oh, goodness. Did she just apply stun to herself? Okay, so now she's increasing defense and attack. She ignores evade and invincible. Oh, for 2 turns, okay. But she just stunned herself for a turn, so I guess I need to try to hit her decently hard again. Take down some of that. Yeah. I do wish I had an auto, like a better looper for NPs, because that would have been nice. So she stunned herself, but not... Okay. Oh, dickwad. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate, because... Well, at least we're on the extra 2 pyramid, not the extra 1, so... I don't know what that means, necessarily, for my 2 rulers that are going to come in as my backups. But I will activate... I should have put on Guts for Juna, but I didn't think I'd need it. I didn't think she was just gonna, like, auto... Okay, I think I'll have the best chance with you. Okay. Okay. Alright, well... Oh, so close. That's really unfortunate. If I had taken out that break bar just now, that would have actually been very useful. Did you put Death Immune up? Fuck off with Death Immune. Alright, time to see how... That's not really doing a lot to her. Damn. Okay, break the bar. Break the bar. Come on. Okay. We just needed a break bar on it. Yeah, that was a little... Oh, and she's gonna drop an NP, which is not great. Really not great, but, you know, we'll see what she drops it on. Oh. Oh! Fuck off! Ugh. Why did that need to be AoE? That did not need to be AoE and then have her follow up with another attack. Oh, fuck off, Passion Lip. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. I wish I had my melt skills better leveled, but I just can't. Okay, what are her current procs? Alright. She's immune to all debuffs, inflict death to a single enemy with normal attacks, and restores HP. Okay. Alright, just to be safe, I'm gonna proc this once here. We're gonna hope that that works decently well. I'd like to try to get a little bit of a recharge out of this. Yeah, I can always use a command seal on this fight. Let's see how much damage did that deal. Okay, not bad, not bad. We're still hitting pretty hard on Coulter. Okay. We've gotten immune on him, so hopefully... Yeah, that's what I thought she would do. Okay, the immune's gone now, but I think you had a point. Let's apply target focus to myself and immune mash. And then maybe put a heal on... No, that's debuffs. I don't need to erase debuffs because we don't really have any going for us. Okay. Let's see if that works for distracting her so that she doesn't take out Coulter or, you know. Okay. Alright, so that was a good strat right there. She is going to charge her NP, so if I don't take her out this round, she is gonna fuck me up. And I don't know if I can. I don't know if... Oh! Oh! Yay! Yes! Yes! I will never badmouth my backline again. The girls got me. They have my back. They have my back. Alright. I don't know what these fights are gonna... Alright. What? I wish I knew what the enemy class is. I'm gonna really quickly take a bio break. If you guys could put in chat what the enemy... That would be fantastically useful. Okay, so it's a berserker. Alright, demon pillar. Okay. Well, if it's a berserker, it doesn't really matter. I just need to do a ton of damage. I think this is going to be my best option. Farina. Hello, BT. You had your time earlier. You already had cuddle time. Don't sit there screaming at me. Chat's going to hear you at this point. Do not take that tone with me. mood. Such a tone. Oh, yeah. Gross. Okay. Yeah. Sea star drop, right? Okay. That's not the worst. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's being... Oh, okay. Alright. Come here. Come here. We can run uppies. You just have to sit quietly while we do. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, we can run our uppies. You just need to... We need to be a good kitty when we do. And by that I mean we're not wriggling. We're being a good kitty. Good girl. That's right. You sit right there, and you can scratch, and you can claw me. It's fine. I have thick skin, and I'm wearing a shirt. Peachy's very jealous of the chat. Peachy is upset that I'm paying more attention to you guys than I am to... Oh my god. She actually stuck her fur in my mouth. Oh, Peachy is extremely jealous. Peachy is extremely upset. Oh. Also, I think I'm allergic to cats. I think I've developed a cat allergy. Let me be fully honest here. Oh, Peachy, don't be like that. You wanna come up? You wanna sit? You wanna do a sit up for me? Good girl. We gotta do more. Okay, no. She just tried to lean directly into the phone stand. As I pull fur out of my mouth. Oh, God. Peachy, what just happened? She moved my... Okay. Alright. Oh! What did you knock over? What did you knock off? Okay. Alright. I don't know what she knocked over. She also minimized all of my screens for you guys accidentally. It's fine. It's fine. Peachy, you cannot be jealous of people online. You get so much attention the rest of the day. Is Morgan wearing the faintest of blue lipsticks in that image? That's right. Yeah! We love you, Morgan! I feel like Morgan's someone who I was maybe like a little bit more ambivalent on, and like now I'm like, I love you, Morgan. Oh, Peachy. Oh, Peachy. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna select that one and then skip. Okay. Well, Peachy, no! Oh my god. She sat on the capture card feed! Oh, Peachy. Peachy. You give me anxiety. Oh, it's a no fight node. Okay. Alright, Peachy. We're gonna show off pretty to chat in a second. Alright. So that was where we wanted to finish for today. Here we go. Okay, so Peachy, we're gonna sit pretty for chat. Like the good girl I know you can be. Good baby. She's a two-handed cat. She doesn't like react well when I'm kind of take one hand off of her. She's also just like a human toddler when she's in this mood. You know what I mean? Like you hold her like a human toddler. and you rub her back like a human toddler being burped, and she just kind of sits and like kneads a little bit happily while purring with her little ears. That's what she does. Hello, baby. Are you having a day? Are you having a day? That's what she does. That's what Peachy does. But yeah, she is a human toddler. So I'll be running this Se.Ra.Ph again next week for sure. Because I'll... Oh my god, I'm sorry. She like, when she turned, like a fluff of like loose fur just went directly into my mouth. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I will run Se.Ra.Ph again next week. Hopefully to finish, to finish it. Next week I will finish Se.Ra.Ph. I don't know whether I'm going to read it on stream or off stream at this point. Off stream would be faster if you guys want a off the shelf for it sooner. Otherwise I'll have to find time in my schedule to be able to do it. Let me swap you over really quickly to talk screen, because that way I can take a look at my calendar, because I can unplug my phone. Because if we want to do Se.Ra.Ph as like a reading stream, it would be like, I would actually have to find a specific allocated time to do that. And it would probably have to be a weekend stream, to be honest. And if I want to do that other FGO stream, that's where we start running into, you know, planning issues for the month, because we've got a lot of other stuff going on next month, actually. And I kind of have to stream every single week for Shimosa, because my rule for next month is I need to be through Shimosa by the end of October, and I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know how long Shimosa is going to be, because I'm reading Shimosa on stream. Like that I will be reading and playing. And I need to be done with Shimosa in October so I can do Salem in November, and then we'll be doing the Christmas event in December. So that's my goal for those days. Not only did you leave fur on me, but you also snotted on my... I love that cat. I promise you, I love that cat. There's still hair in my mouth. But like, in theory, I could maybe squeeze a stream at some point. Not sure when, but you know, it's D&D days. That's taken up a lot of my month. I've got 2 D&D days next month. But yeah, the thought was Shinjuku took me 4 streams, so I figured I'd plan both Shimosa and Salem for 4 streams, and then hope to be done in those. And if I'm done a little early, congrats. If not, I might have to push it for a little bit longer. But I kind of have a game plan of like how many sections that I want to be doing per stream for Shimosa, and then I'll make one for Salem when we get there. So yeah, obviously there was a stream last night for Pokemon. I'm sure some of you enjoyed it. Thursday morning, I'll be back here continuing the game that I found during our Aussie therapy stream, which will be Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness in the Secret Hideout, which I ended up really enjoying. And it'll help me, you know, work with the controller, because on Friday, hopefully, we'll be back to Witcher. I know it's been a while, but we'll be back to Witcher 2 using a controller this time, because that's obviously the better option here. And I would like to kind of get a move on with Witcher 2 to get through it, so I can get to Witcher 3. So yeah, Thursday, Friday morning, 9 a.m. If one of those 2 streams get canceled, it will be the Friday stream. It will be Witcher. And that's just, you know, I might get my car's in the shop right now, and I might get a call that I need to come do some paperwork and stuff. And obviously that takes priority because I want my car back. It's been too long. So that is my plan for the rest of the week. Later today, Pokemon Black and White's going up. It's a little bit late because I didn't have my hard drive on me over the weekend. Tomorrow, the Shinjuku off the shelf will go up at noon. That's going to go up for sure. And then, yeah, tacos. Go ahead and link those because that would actually be pretty useful because I'm using a PlayStation and it's not the best. And then Friday will be another Seki Reacts going up. I won't tell you who it is. I will say some people have guessed correctly. Some people have guessed very incorrectly. So, you know, I'll see you guys Friday for that and hopefully for some of my streams for the rest of the week. Thank you all for joining me. I like having streams like this where I get to just talk to chat and kind of play through the game. And I like that I got to learn a little bit how to use Van Gogh. Maybe next time I'll get you guys to show me how to use T.H.E and Oberon. That would be fun, I think. Maybe that's our goal for next stream, how to use T.E.S. But yeah, I will see you later, everybody. Bye.